Please. Why y'all keep doing this to me? Right, hold on. Let me tell Tom to have a look on his app. Let's see if Tom can see anything. Back again! Do you know what's annoying is I'm stopping and starting because this stream keeps reconnecting because of the Wi-Fi. But on the actual stream timer, like all of this is in one stream. So when I finish this stream, this will all be in one thing. It will just have fucking glitches in it all the time, which is so frustrating. So frustrating, because then when I put it on YouTube for like the VODs and stuff, it's gonna look awful. I really need to look. Probably need to have a look at it again. I think we've got a Wi-Fi booster box somewhere as well. I don't know where that is. We've got a booster on the app and we've got a booster that we can set up. I might have to set it up in this room and see if it makes a difference. Hopefully it does. It just keeps dipping in and out. That's the thing. Because when I run the internet speed test and stuff, it's like immaculate. So I don't know why it keeps dipping in and out, but it does. It's annoying as well because I'm like mid-conversation with you all and then I don't know what you've heard me say or what you haven't heard me say in bloody mid-conversation. Where were we? Oh yeah, I was saying, if you didn't hear, I was saying that it's the 60s and the 70s that I'd like to live. I wish I was born. I wish I was born in the 60s and the 70s. That would have been a good time. I think, anyway. For me personally. Instead of living in this evolved future where everything's gone to shit. Could I possibly need a new router? This one's less than a year old. It's less than a year old, so no, I shouldn't. The one we've got now is less than a year old. We've had 2 since we've been here. I think I just need to get the booster out, but I just don't see why it's doing it all of a sudden. Again, I think it might be the weather. Who knows? When Tom gets home tonight, I'm gonna get him to fully like open up the PC and have a look, give it a really good clean inside, make sure it's all what it needs to be. If anything needs updating it all. I'm gonna get him to come and do it all. The style's coming back. I went to a basketball game and felt like I stepped back to the 80s. Them boys be having mullets, Farrah Fawcett hair, and it was hilarious. Me and the hubby couldn't stop laughing. I think it is, yeah, you're very right. Like, mullets are in. I feel like at the minute, for men, mullets are in. And then if you watch the Grammys and you see Miley Cyrus's, like, stupidly crazy big blown out curls, I feel like that's the extreme of what people are trying to go for now with their hair as well. I like the way that men are dressing at the minute, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like in the last 20 odd years with gay rights being accepted a lot more across certain places in the world, I feel like men looking good has put pressure, well, gay men, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like gay men putting, like, dressing well has kind of maybe, not actively, but like unconsciously maybe put pressure on straight men to start actually looking at the way that they dress and like paying a bit more attention instead of just wearing the typical baseball cap, jeans and a t-shirt kind of thing. I see a lot of straight men dressing more femme, which I think is really cool. Like, fuck me, more power to them. I think men look amazing in women's clothes, and I think women look amazing in men's clothes because clothes don't have any fucking gender, they're just clothes. But I think it's lovely. I love when I walk around town and I see like very rarely when I leave the house, but I do love when I see men with like their nails painted walking around like holding hands with their girlfriend. I'm like, I love that you feel so secure in yourself that you're not worried about what other men are gonna say. Because that was when I was growing up gay. Like, I would never paint my nails in front of like big crowd. Like, I'd never go out with my nails painted. It'd be like college or at home or around to my friend's house. I would never go out in town or whatever, especially when I like turned 18. Never wear makeup, never do my nails, none of that, because I'd be so terrified that some man would like look at my nails and be like, oh, you're obviously gay then because you've got your nails painted, and start making comments and stuff. Can we not relive the 80s, please? Why? Lived it, don't necessarily need to go back there. Mama Duck, were you a naughty one? 70s, eh. 60s, heck yeah. But 80s, please, you don't want to relive it. That's been a thing forever? What part, Sloth? We're getting so many stones. I know this is so repetitive, but we're gonna make so much money from this. I can't wait. Right, we're at. We're almost full on this. Let's turn you on. Let's turn you on. Gonna go eat now. I'll probably see you a little later, but not sure how much I'll be here because remember the... Oh yeah, no worries, Chris. No problem at all, darling. Have a lovely time with your mother-in-law. Have some good grub. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon. The dressing part, I think since social media, yeah, it's definitely been changing. But like, I think I've noticed it maybe more since like post-COVID. Like post-COVID, like after COVID, I feel like I've seen a lot more straight men venturing out and doing a lot more with their style. Maybe it's just because I'm seeing it more on social media, possibly. But yeah, it definitely feels like a lot more is happening. I love it, I do. There's nothing worse than seeing somebody in the same just everybody looking the same. Do you know what I mean? Like the same t-shirt, jeans, and trainer combo, the same shorts, vest, and like Jordans, you know, like seeing that over and over and over again. It's like there's so many more things to wear in the world that are a lot more fun and like expressive, and it's nice to see it now. Like people that I went to school with who used to like bully me for being gay, seeing them now like wear skirts and like alternative clothing, if you will, and like painting their nails and like actually taking care of their skin with like skincare and stuff. Like they used to bully me for that shit when we were younger. Now we're like 20 years later and like they're doing it themselves, and I'm like, see, it's not that bad, is it? You were my parents' problem child. I was also my parents' problem child. Jake, my brother, is now my parents' problem child, but I was always the problem child back then. Completely off topic, but have you seen any of Brad Mondo's recent social media posts? Yes, I think he is doing exactly what the gay community tell straight people not to do. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I hate it. He's straight baiting. Like, they tell straight men that queer baiting's awful. It is awful. You should never go on social media as a straight man or a straight woman and pretend to be gay to bait people into liking your content or like to find a following. Like, queer baiting's big in the gay community because there's nothing worse than a straight man profiting off of the gay community because it's got nothing to do with you, you know? Flexing your muscles and getting all the gays to follow you and then asking them for gifts on TikTok or getting them to subscribe to your Twitch channel and then like not actually having any knowledge or really caring at all about the gay community itself, I hate. And so when Brad Mondo goes around and pretends that he's straight all of a sudden for a month because he's selling a straightening product for hair, it's the exact same thing but reverse. I hate it. So yes, I have seen it. I'm sick of fucking seeing it. Do you know what's even funnier though is he put his video up on YouTube and it's got like 40,000 views or something in the first day. I was like, because no one cares, bro. Because no one cares. Like, I'll give them this, they are staying together. I was thinking he was maybe bi instead. Is it real? I don't even know if it's real. I don't even know if it's real. I think he's pretending that... Well, I don't know. I don't pay attention to it because I just think it's all fucking... I think it's all ridiculous. But I thought he was just pretending that he was straight because he's selling a brand new hair product from his brand that's to do with like hair straightening, and his girlfriend is just his friend now. I thought that's what was happening. God knows. If he's bi, he's bi. Live your life. I don't appreciate bi erosion at all. But like, there's just ways to go about things. Social media is fucked. My only content of him is bleach fails. Same. That's all I ever used to watch Brad Mondo for, is the bleach fails, Yeah, that's it. I literally can't even think of another thing. Sloth, you're so right. It's just the bleach fails to see people's hair fall out. But you can literally just YouTube people's bleach fails and watch them yourself. Like, you don't need to watch them through Brad's videos. You can just watch them. Does he have a new straightening product though? Because there's never been one announced. No new product's been announced at all. I don't know then. God knows. I don't get it all. I think it's baiting regardless for views and for shit like that, because it's like everybody's now asking the question, what's going on? And when I don't feel like I do that from. I find it weird. I find it all weird. The last thing I would want after being on social media for years and years and years and figuring out that my sexuality is maybe different than what I initially thought is to drag that out over the course of like a month, confusing people, to then turn around and just say, I'm bi, or something like that. You know, like, just be honest and open with yourself. It's all about making money, isn't it? Money, views, again, same thing as last time we talked about. I don't get it. I'm never gonna get it. I must be too old. Alright, where are we with the fields? Oh, hold on. Stop. Fields are all done, right? Yeah. Growing. Oh no, we've not got those yet. Grown. Ready to be harvested but not touching. They're both cultivated. Don't have any weeds, don't have any stones. Lovely. So we need to go and fill up the water production for gold, and then we can skim through the night. That was speculation in the beginning. The bleach trails cracked me up, honestly. Oh, it's defo for views no matter what the reason. Yeah, of course. Otherwise they'd answer the questions. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly that. Exactly that. I just don't appreciate things like that. Like, just be fucking honest with people. Right, fill you up. And then we need to fill this up again. I wonder if, actually, thinking about this, a quicker way of doing this water might be if I sell this water tanker and I move, where would it be? Buildings, tools, container, water tank. If I put it this side, I might be able to overflow and fill at the same time. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Well, at least I can pull forward a bit quicker. Yeah, I can fill it up this way. All right. He came out as gay at 16, so who really knows? In my mind, people are able to change their minds, but then again, I'm not that person, so I don't care. You know what I mean? He can do what he wants. I just think, why would you? I think being around so many gay people in my life, and like being a part of the community so much in my life, I think, because I've been, you know, me and Tom, prior to COVID, because like now I really don't go out the house, to be honest, but like prior to COVID, me and Tom were in the gay clubs all weekend. We were always at drag shows. We were always supporting the community. During COVID, our local, quite a few of our local bars and clubs were struggling and really didn't have like a lot going on, so we would go like every day, grab some food, every day grab a drink, go and support all the drag queens in the shows. You know, we got quite close to quite a few people, and it just aggravates me that like Brad would want to make any kind of money off of a community that he knows already struggles. You know, gay, bi, doesn't matter, like, you be you, but making money off of it, whether you're in the community or outside of the community, it's just I don't know, it just gives me the ick, to be honest. It gives me a little bit of ick. Gives me a little bit of the ick, you know? Alright, let's fill you up. Gold production. Activate. So we're gonna have enough methane. Oh, we ran out of space. Out of space? Oh shit. Okay. God, that's Really doing a good job spawning. Spawn items. Alright. Silage has ran out. Turn you off. I've got some more anyways. 67,000 methane in there. Plus 23,000. Yeah, we should be fine. Right, is it on? It's on. Let's speed through the day. Let's see how much gold we can make in a day with all these stones. So many stones. Speaking of hair, I need a cut and a colour bad. Tom needs a cut as well. I think I might give Tom a haircut tonight. He's in dire need of one. He's not had a haircut for so long. He needs a cut, he needs a style, and he needs like a hair mask, to be completely honest. He needs like a proper self-care day with his hair. It's getting so long now. Like, obviously, the longer your hair gets, like, the more you need your split ends doing and stuff. But Tom works so much, he's never got time to go to the fucking hairdresser, so I end up doing it all the time. But I haven't done it in ages. Look at this. Yes. So much gold. So the gold production holds 36,000 liters, so 36 pallets at any one time. It's interesting. We're in the next day. Keep an eye on the shop as well. No. Still got enough water. Let's fill this up. Spawn them. Oh god, okay, these guys are having a bad time. I see, I see. I see, I will come and fix that shortly. $20,000 liters of gold. Slow it down a little bit. How much is the gold worth in this month? It is worth 8. That's not worth anything. Okay, we'll save it for now. Let me grab... Where is he? This guy. How often did you get your hair done, Mama? How often does everybody get their hair done? Does everybody still get their hair done like what your mum used to teach you, like every 6... My mum used to say get your hair done like every 6 weeks. I never did. Neither did she, so I don't know why she used to say that. I don't know, how often is it normal to get your hair done nowadays? Mama Duck, I imagine you get yours done quite often because it's quite short and obviously it will need taken care of more regularly than somebody with longer hair. I have not been to the hairdressers in years. Years upon years upon years. I always find it awkward as well. I don't know. I've never had like a really good experience at hairdressers, to be honest. Don't know whether that's just me. Yours is every 6 weeks, fair. I'm lucky to get mine done once a year. That's how I feel though, Aussie Duck. Like I just don't. It's not something that's like. It doesn't cross my mind. You're also like a mum, so you've got things to do, you know. But like getting my hair done, is it priority for you guys? Like, do you actually feel? I'm happy to just put a hat on. Like at the minute I'm growing my hair out, obviously. I'm happy to just like put a hat on, get it, you know, deal with it, move on. But some people like can't live without getting their hair done all the time. Like it's that important to them. Like no shade at all. It's just like I could never give that much importance to my hair, I don't think. You get your hair balayage, so you got to go for quite a bit of gloss and colour. Yeah, that makes sense. If you get your hair balayage, you've got to keep up with the uptake, otherwise it just becomes a mess, doesn't it, babe? I'd love to, when my hair eventually grows out like really long, I would love nothing more than to have it balayaged. But also balayage costs so much money. That's a question. What prices do you pay for your haircuts all around the world? Because the UK, I'll tell you this. So when we went to Taunton, right? The hairdressers there, every 2 shops was a barber's. And I am not lying. If we move there, I will literally take you around the town on like a TikTok live or something or a stream, and I will show you. Every second shop is a barber's. It's fucking wild to me how many there are. And the prices are iconic. Like, you pay no more than £8 for any kind of male haircut that you want. And there's a shop there that a lady does women's hair, and she charges 19 English pounds, so like $25, for any kind of cut you want, any kind of color you want. If you want like a blowout treatment, if you want like a hair mask, but it doesn't matter what it is. Her set price is £19, and she will do that for anybody because they're in just like a small town. Like, you can get a balayage, you can get your hair dyed, you can get, I mean, probably not to the standard at which like a really good hairdresser would do it. Again, I'm just assuming. She might be incredible. But she has so many people going in there. Like, we were there for one day and her shop was full from morning till night. It was insane. But she was so cheap. But like, the UK can get so expensive for haircuts. Depends on what you're doing. Get it cut once a year, but you I dye it, however, it takes long to grow out. I see. Right, drop all this off. Last time I had to pay for a cut yours was like $18. Okay, that's not bad for like a men's haircut sloth. Not too bad at all. Cuts not bad. Your girl's awesome. $90 for the cut, color, and style. $23 if you want like the shave as well, sloth. That's really good. The barbers, some of the barbers where I live now, like in Birmingham, will charge you extortionate amounts. The barbers, does anybody remember when that barber told me, was anybody, Mama Duck might remember this, there was a barber that I used to go to just before COVID, and I stopped going to him because he was a fucking dickhead. Like, he never used to give me the hair that I wanted. Like, he never really paid attention, to be honest. Like, it was never good. It was just relatively, I mean, it wasn't even cheap. It was just easy. It was easy because they accepted walk-ins, and I don't like booking appointments and stuff. Like, I don't like talking on the phone. I'm that kind of person. It's like I used to go in whenever. And there was one time that he told me to come in, and I went, and there was no space. So I was like, okay, I'll come back later then. He's like, okay. He was like, yeah, come at this time. And then I went at that time, and I was 5 minutes early, and he was like, oh, we've given you a seat to somebody else. And I'm like, well, you said that I should come at this time, so I did. And he was like, yeah, but this guy was here first now, so we're doing him instead. And I was like, okay, well then I'll wait. And he was like, oh no, we're not doing any more haircuts after this. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I never went back. So I was like, it just sort of soiled my relationship, kind of. It didn't feel good. And then I remember, oh fuck, I didn't get that. I remember going into town maybe like 3 months ago, and the shop wasn't even there anymore. Like, it hadn't just shut down. It had been taken over by something completely different. Yeah, he was such an ass. It doesn't, I sound really petty now talking about it, but like, Mama Duck will remember on the day, like, I was really upset because my anxiety was going through the roof and stuff. Like, I had, it was for an event as well, wasn't it? I had an event with my old company, and I was going like down to London or on holiday with them, or one of the two, and I needed to get it done, and I couldn't get it done in the end because of that, because nowhere else would take me either. But like, he'd promised me that he'd find the time, you know, like the time was it was gonna be there, and then he just didn't. So it was shit. But yeah, it's like completely closed down now, that has. I was very shook to see that it had closed down. Cut's not bad, about 30 with a tip, but the colour, it depends. I know some people pay hundreds of, that's what I'm saying. Some place in the UK will charge a woman near on £300, £400, £500 just for a cut and a colour. Not even just a colour, sorry, just a cut and a style. Like, to go in, get your hair washed, get your hair cut, and then to get it like blow dried. Some place in the UK will charge you £300 for that, like Tony and Guy. Tony and Guy is the one I always say because it's ridiculous how expensive it is with them. Right, come on, hurry up and give me the gold. The prices when I went to get my... the prices when I went to get my haircut, I was shocked at some. My usual was like $30 to $40, but it's other place. Oh, I remember you saying that, Aussie Duck, yeah. $80 for a trim on short hair, plus $10 for medium length, $20 for long, and then they add other shit. I had gone there and I would be paying at least $100, yeah. For your hair, like, I know, like, it's never going to be as good as a hairdresser doing it, but, like, just to get a trim, you could do it yourself for free, just to, like, get rid of your split ends, do you know what I mean? Like, you could easily just, like, trim them with some scissors at home. I understand hairdressers have a hard job, everybody has a hard fucking job, but, like, some of it, I just think, you're charging, like, ridiculous amounts of money now. Like, this is not it, you know? Right, we need some more water. Alright, I'm just gonna nip for a wee while this fills. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm here. For an African-American woman here in the US, they can pay well over $300 to have their head. And I mean, I know it's time-consuming, it's gorgeous when they're done, but it's crazy what they have to pay. I've seen some ladies talk, some African-American ladies talk about it on TikTok, that they're happy to pay, some are happy to pay, like, a little bit more money when it's like, I saw this lady, she charged, I think, $4,000 for... braids, like braid. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what the correct terms are. But she braided in hair, and it went all the way down to like her ankles, like head to toe hair. And it looked fucking incredible. But she charged $4,000 for that. And the woman who had her hair done said that that's like she's happy to pay that price because of what she got, like the time that it takes, the style, all the extra like hair extensions and stuff. And people were in the comments like, you're absolutely stupid to pay that kind of money. And I'm like, well, unless you know, you don't know. Like if somebody told me it was $4,000 for that, like a black lady told me, it's going to be $4,000 to get like from head to toe braided extensions. There you go. Yeah, like braided extensions. I'd be like, okay, because that's what she charges. Like, also this woman's probably stood there for hours and hours and hours, like braiding all this hair. Like the skill, first of all, the skill that it takes. Second of all, like the amount of hair that like would have to be put in as extensions to get it that long as well. Like how much money is that costing? And like also not anybody can just do that, you know? Like I'd never trust a white woman to do like ridiculously crazy like long braids and stuff like that, because I don't know if do you get trained to do that? I don't know if you do in the UK. Like I don't know if hairstylists in the UK do get trained in like all different cultures of hair. Maybe they do, I just don't know. But you'd want it done properly, you know? So maybe the price is just accurate for what it is that you're actually getting. Oh, wrong one. This one, that one, there we go. Right, gold is going in. And the hand power, you know what I mean? Like, do you know, I can write on a piece of paper for like an hour and I get hand cramp. Imagine braiding someone's hair for like 7 hours and like standing up while you're doing it. Like, you could sit and watch like 7 Disney films together. Like, it'd be awesome, but fuck me, yeah, it's definitely probably worth the money because the amount of work that goes into it as well. Like, it's not just braiding, do you know what I mean? You've got to braid correctly. Like, it's not just a matter of putting the hair in and doing like a basic braid. It's got to last, it's got to stay, like, because obviously you're not paying that kind of money for extensions that last like a day. Like, it's lasting, you know, weeks on end. So, but yeah, I thought it was crazy. Do. All right. let's get you filled up. And let's go and get some more stones for the next day. It is so much work, yeah? Oh, so they go to special classes for it above regular cosmetology school. I've done those little braids in Charlotte's hair and oh my god, the hand cramps. That's what I'm saying. I can't braid my mum's hair like in a regular 3, you know, like when you split the hair into 3. Like that kind of braid. I can't do that with all the little wispies and stuff falling out the side. I can't even put Tom's hair in a ponytail without the fucking sides poking out. So, yeah, I would fucking pay it. And the way that it looks afterwards, oh my god, like it's to die for. It's literally to die for. It looks incredible. Do you know what I still need to buy? For the last like 10 years I've been saying this. Maybe Aussie Duck will remember, maybe Mama Duck will remember. For the last like 10 years I've been saying, I've got no money. I've been saying that I need to buy a wig head, like a wig head, because I've been wanting to like style the wigs that I wear sometimes for ages, but I haven't got a wig head to do it on, and styling a wig on your own head it takes talent and skill that I do not possess, skill that I will never possess. I still need to get a wig head so I can put my wigs on it and like style it and steam it and do all of that stuff. You're gonna have to get this water filled in a moment because I put this over here now and now it's in the way. Anytime I see an African woman with beautiful hair, I always compliment them because I know it takes forever, honestly. Honestly. And then there's me, who washes my hair maybe once every 3 weeks, puts it in a hat and I'm done. Puts a hat on and I'm like, yep, there we go. The hair's done, the hair's laid. Like, no it is not, it's in a fucking hat. Gross. I need to experiment with my hair. Maybe I'll do some little TikTok lives and we'll experiment with my hair and we can see if we can find something that I can style it. I see a way I can style it whilst I'm growing it out, because currently it's just a mess and like I'm getting to that point again now where I'm just wearing a hat every day because it's just easier than even looking at it. You've done an updo on her hair too. You braid Mariah's all the time. Charlotte wanted a Viking hairstyle and it took me 2 hours. My hands cramped so bad afterwards. But I cannot imagine all those little tiny braids. Do you know what? It's when they get it, like when they've, I've seen a couple of African women stylists on TikTok and like the way that they get the hair so close, like to the scalp, I think is so incredible. Like I think it's so talented. Like, you have to be so talented. Like I said, I can't even put Tom's like just like the excess of his hair in a braid. I can't even put it in a fucking ponytail. I'm just never going to be a hair person, am I? Hopefully when my hair grows long in like 4 years, after all the all the bleach damage that I've done to it, I'll be forced to learn, because then otherwise it's just going to be flopping on my head all the time, you know? Maybe I'll learn then. Who knows? But currently, yeah, I'm not good at hair and I envy anybody that is. The little killer. Love when you see the little kiddos with their braids. Can't imagine the time and patience. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, with kids as well, because like kids don't sit still, do they? And how do you get them to? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how do you get them to sit still? Like, no. Kind of crazy. We're so lucky as white people to just have regular fucking boring hair, quite frankly, that doesn't require so much maintenance. It's like, keep it so pretty. I love as well that there's so many different unique curl patterns. I did not know about like different curl patterns and different styles of hair. Like I always used to just think your hair was either like straight or curly or maybe wavy and then like naturally. And then you could have your natural colors or like colored colors and stuff. And then I remember going to college and my friend Camilla used to tell me loads about like all the different kinds of like curl patterns and stuff that you can get as a colored woman. I think it's just incredible. Like they're all so unique as well. But yeah, it takes a lot of care. A lot of care. It could never be me. I am too lazy. Too lazy. I have no skills whatsoever. Can barely fix your own hair. Do you know what I mean? I just put a hat on. My solution to a bad hair day is wearing a hat. Or just not going out. It's easier. Do you put on their favorite Disney movie or give them the tablet? Yeah, but like if they get like excited at the Disney movie or whatever, like they'll start jumping about and stuff, no? I don't know. I'm not good with kids, guys. You know I'm not good with kids. I'm not good with children. I'll never be. I'll never be! Do-do-do-do-do-do. Right, what are we on here? Production gold. It's still making them as we're going along, so that's good. Oh. Oh, not anymore, but when she was little, she did. I don't know how you mums do it. I really don't. I take my hat off to every mum and every dad on planet Earth. Like, I just could not. It's just not in me. I saw this video the other day that was like a young guy was going around asking adults, like, I say adults, like people in their 50s and over, if they have kids. And if they don't have kids, why don't they have kids? And I remember this one woman saying, why are you asking that question? And he was like, I'm just interested to know, you know, like whether you regret not having kids or whether there was a reason as to why you didn't have them or whatever. And I remember this woman saying, has it ever crossed your mind that some people on this earth just have never in their life had that desire? Like some people just never have that desire to have kids. And I'm one of them. But so many people that I know who have kids or like who have friends who have had kids or like want kids always meet that response with, you'll change your mind. And it's like, I know for a fact not one day on this earth is going to change my mind about having kids. I'm never going to have kids. I'm never gonna have kids. I've never wanted kids. It's never once crossed my mind about having kids. Like, I get baby fever, don't get me wrong. Like, I love seeing my friends' kids and like, I think they're so cute when it's like your family or whatever. Other people's kids, couldn't give a shit. Your guys' kids, like Miss Mariah, you know, Boyo and all the guys, like, I love your guys' kids because they're so sweet, and I know them more so through you. And because I know that you guys are really good people, I know that they're not only taken care of and all of that sort of stuff, but I also know that they're obviously really good kids as well because they've got great parents like you. But I just have never, ever once in my life had that desire or even like a little twinge that I would end up with kids in the future. Like, it's just never been a thing. Hotbish is the same. I just could never, it's never, ever crossed my mind. So when people say, oh, you'll change your mind, it's like, there's nothing to change. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it was never a decision or a choice in the first place. It's like, that's just how I've always been. I can't take care of my fucking self. Like, I'm still learning to take care of myself. I'm still learning to do things my own way. I can't take care of somebody else as well. Not a chance. Nor do I want to. I think this life's too short. Again, my opinion. I think this life's too short to give half of it to somebody else. I also just don't think this world's worth bringing any more kids into. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think this world's worth it. This world does not deserve any more beautiful children of the earth. Not with the way it's ran, anyway. But more power to the people that can. Like, I could never be strong. I could never be as strong as people that do have kids. Never, ever. You are built fucking different, let me tell you. You are built different. Then there's me who wants so many. Both your parents have 7 siblings. See, yeah, but you'd be surprised, Jess, because my family's like that as well. My mum's got 3 brothers. My dad's mum has 9 sisters. Like, Tom's family is kid focused. Like, as soon as me and Tom got together, one of the first things Tom's mum asked him was, when are you gonna get kids? Like, we'd been together like months. We weren't even living together. And they're like, when are you gonna have kids? And I'm like, you told them that I don't want any, right? I think still in the back of Tom's mind, he thinks that's going to change, and it's never going to change. God knows what that means for us in the future, eh? Fucking hell. He's put a ring on it knowing full well I am stubborn as a board, though. Like, that's never going to change. And he's still put a ring on it, so he must know at the very least it's a possibility for him. At the very least. I just don't want them. I want to live my life my way with the people that I already know and love without having to bring somebody else into love extra, you know? It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. The thing I hate about asking someone this is the flip side as someone who wants a kid so badly and had an 11. I feel that, yeah. No, I do. I feel that fully. Because obviously, like, with people that can't have kids and like the IVF route and things like that, obviously, you know Claire Cowan, don't you, Mama Duck, and probably Aussie Duck does as well. Claire Cowan was my old sponsor. She tried for, I think, 5 years to have a kid. And it never worked. She did IVF for, I believe it was 2 years with no avail, and then all of a sudden she randomly got pregnant with IVF, like it just happened one time. And she got really lucky, which again, it sucks because she shouldn't have to be lucky to have a kid. Everyone should have that choice. But she had her kid, a beautiful kid, absolutely gorgeous daughter. And then she's been trying again recently, I've noticed. I've seen on Facebook, she's been trying again, and again, unfortunately, it's just not happening for her right now. So I understand fully that I don't get why you'd want them. My approach, maybe not the best, but yeah, it's so unfair that some people can't actually get them, you know, actually have kids naturally. I think it's such a fucked up thing, isn't it? Whoa. Not me doing a 360. How did I do that? Yeah, it's such a fucked up thing. Whether you're just being curious or not is not a question you ask ever. It's absolutely none of your business. Yeah, because you're right. That is, again, that's another flip side to it, isn't it? Like, when you're having kids, you don't know if somebody can or can't. Like, you just don't. It's just nobody's business. It's the same as, like, I think when people comment on, like, body weights and stuff, like, you don't know what it's taken for that person to be that big or that small or whatever. You don't know what it's taken to get there, you know? Need this one. I need to get some more water. Yeah, you don't know what it's taken to get there. You don't know if them being what you would consider obese or overweight is the result of finally being happy with themselves after being anorexic for so many years. And obviously the flip side of that too. So you just stop commenting on other people's lives and asking questions that are personal. Personal questions. If somebody's open to answer a personal question, I'm pretty sure they'll bring it up in conversation themselves. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a pretty open person, I like to think. And so when people ask questions, like, I'll answer them if I feel like I can, or if I don't feel weirded out by it, I guess. But not everybody's like that. Hold on. But there's also many things that I don't... There's a lot of things that people ask me daily that I wish they didn't, but I'll never say. I'll never tell you what it is. Because I know it's not coming from a place of hurt, or like malice, like a place of like you trying to upset me. It's just some things I'm like, you know what? It ain't none of your business. Right, start filling you up. Gold production, there's 62,000 stone. We're still getting gold. Plenty of methane in here. What's the methane looking like in here? It's another 28,000 liters. Okay, which means I need to grab... Hello, Waldo. Let's grab this bad boy. And get some more silage so we can make some more methane. See, I hear people say they don't want kids, and my automatic response is, don't do it, it's a trap. It's my opinion, it's very stressful, emotional, but rewarding. But I also believe that those that don't want kids shouldn't have them. I think that's probably one of the things that I think about Aussie Duck as well. You know, when like my mum will say to me like, why don't you want kids? And I'm like, I don't think, if I'm saying to you, I don't want kids for like the majority of my life, right? If I'm like, it's definitely not for me, I know it's not for me, blah, blah, blah. Why would you then want me to have kids? Like, why would you then be like, do you know what? I think you're wrong. Like, you're going to change your mind. You definitely should give it a go at one point. And I'm like, but I don't want to give someone's life a go. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I say it. I don't want to give having a kid a go, because what happens if it's not for me? Like I told you that it wasn't for me. What then happens to that kid? Because then I'm a good person. I'm not then going to like put my fucking kid up for adoption or something. But then they're not going to get the life that another parent who desperately wanted kids is going to get, because I don't want it, you know? And as nice as I can be and fake it till I make it, there's gonna be a breaking point at some point, you know? And that's just me being sort of like realistic, if you will. Hi Sharon, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. Sorry, I just saw that now. Thank you for the sub with Prime. Mwah. How are you, my darling? That was Mariah, 11 years of the trying and treatments. Mariah just happened out of the blue. She is your little miracle. She's all of our little miracles. Literally burst into tears when getting my taxes done in my 20s because my tax guy at the time said you... And he's much, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And his immediate response to me was, "Well, you just need to have a baby." I was literally like, "I've been trying and I can't." Oh my god, that's wild that people still say things like that. Like, I know that was a while ago, but people do still say things like that. I also don't like people that say a baby will fix everything. Like, I know a couple of people in my life that have said to me, like, when I've been going through rough times, especially with like relationships and stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, don't worry, like, you know, things will get better, things this is this. Once you've got a partner and a kid, everything's gonna change." And I'm like, that's not why you have a kid, like, for things to change in your life. You have a kid because it's something that you want, something deep down inside that's telling you that's what's important, you know, to you. And like, it's a, do you know what I mean? It's a personal thing. Like, I don't have the experience to tell you, but like, it's a personal thing. It's not a fix. Hi everyone, just watched Jelly Roll. We now know he is a big fellow. He is on a podcast and said he worried about his weight. He said he did, but until now, he couldn't give a fuck whether he lived or died. He cares now. Who is Jelly Roll? What is Jelly Roll? Yeah, I think that's how I see it as well. Yeah, like I do see it as me being responsible. Like, I do not want kids. So if I then have kids because people told me to have kids, I'm being irresponsible because I knew I didn't want them in the first place. You know? And that's, no, kids need to be and should be looked after, wanted, and loved. Do I think I can do that give that to a kid? I don't. So why the hell would I have one? Canola oil, flour. Oh, that's where I can make some money right now. The planks. Depending on the person, if I were to be asked if I wanted kids and they asked what I'd most likely be like is, does it affect you in any way? No, then there's your answer, but it puts a person, it depends on the person, the mood I'm in. Fair enough. I just don't think people should ask maybe such personal, deep questions. Like, it's okay to be curious, but there needs to be like a boundary where we say someone's asked you something, and if their answer isn't the answer that you would like for them to be giving you, like, you should not then start probing and being like, you know, why? Like, you should not ask why. Like, it's none of your fucking business, you know, at the end of the day. If you say to someone, "Do you want kids?" and they say no, conversation has ended. If someone says, "Do you want kids?" and they say yes, but you still don't have kids currently, conversation should be ended. Like, that should be it. Because like HappyDuck says, you don't know if that person's trying or not and is just currently unable. Selling point production. Yeah, and that's the thing, kids. Yeah, kids do notice more than you think as well. And if I'm sat there contemplating whether it was the right fucking decision, like, the poor kids sat there probably looking at me thinking, fuck, am I not meant to be here, kind of thing. Like, I could never. That would break my heart. Like, that would break my fucking heart. And that's why I know it's not for me. It's not for me. But I tell you something, away from this, I will be the best fucking uncle. I will be the best, you know, friend to my kids who, like, I'll always be down to babysit. I'll always be down to take care of them. I'll always help them out in situations where maybe they need a bit of extra cash because they're short 1 month. Like, whatever it be, I will be there. I'll go to the first recital with them. I'll go to the first game with them. Like, whatever it is, I'll be there for that. To help support a friend. Like, just because I don't want kids doesn't mean I can't support my friends, you know, and my friends' kids and like family and stuff like that. I'll be the best uncle ever. I just don't want to be the dad. I also feel like with someone like me who doesn't want the responsibility of a child, having somebody else's child who I can, you know, help take care of and stuff like that, and like help a friend out. I don't have to take the child home at the end of the day. I can go in there to see my friend, and if she's like broken down or whatever and she's having a really shit time, I can take that kid, I can give her, you know, a couple of hours to go and have a nap and sleep and like rest and know that the kid's going to be well taken care of. But then I don't have to then do that every day, you know? I can be like the little saving grace every now and again for a friend, and I think that's important too. Get this honey. Leave you there for now. You can keep going. Right, what's going on with this gold production currently? We have stones, just not a lot, and some water. All right, let's do this. Let's turn you off for a second. How did this get completely full? How much can I put in here at any time? 24,000. What's the upgrade for this? 45,500. I think for now we're good. Oh yeah, fully Mummaduck as well. Yeah, like you have full permission to call me out if I say something that you don't want like an answer to. Like, yes. That part, like, if I ask you a question and like you don't want fucking people to be asking that question, you better fucking tell me, because my brain works very differently, like being neurodivergent as fuck. So like if I ask something or I say something that's completely wrong, I want people to pull me up on that, like pull me the fuck up and tell me and correct me and educate me, because sometimes I don't think the way other people think because of the way my fucking brain works. And it sucks sometimes because I'll say something and I'm like, shit, that's not what I meant at all. I just said it in a way that makes no fucking sense. Your bestie is currently struggling. Girl, please. Your bestie's currently struggling with fertility issues, and you're on the opposite. And I am you're a fertile myrtle. I'm trying my best to encourage her and be there for her emotionally, because it is stressful and I couldn't imagine having to struggle like that. I think this is something, okay, again, I don't know fully because obviously I'm not a woman. Please, again, this is not meant to offend anybody or anything like that. But I do think, even though I don't want kids now, I do think if I was a woman, like if I was biologically born a woman, I do think I would surrogate for people. I do think I'd do that. Because I feel like that would be a contribution that I think I'd want to do. Oh. Whoa. What was that lag? That's wild. Yeah, I think I would be a surrogate. I thought about that before. I think I'd be a surrogate to give, like, to help other people, because I don't. Are surrogates few and far between in the world, or are there like plenty of women that are like happy to be surrogates? Like, I remember when I was growing up, my mum's friend couldn't have kids and she had a surrogate, and it took her quite a few years to find somebody who, I don't know, maybe necessarily was just like suitable, I guess, or maybe they could trust, or I don't know. But I remember, I think her name was Tracy or Faye. I think she struggled for a while with that. Someone at the bar said something about kids, and I can't remember what I said, but he said you will feel differently when you have your own kids, and I was like, I'm not having any. And he was like, you'll regret it, and if you don't, you'll regret it if you don't. And I was thinking, yeah, then I will possibly regret it, but it's my choice, not yours. Exactly that as well. But I will say, I know quite a few people. I know some people from my old job that I used to do online, because I used to work with a lot of women over the age of 40, and I also know from personal experience from like my friends that they know people as well, that not many people I've heard of in my lifetime who are currently 50 plus, say, and don't have kids. I don't know of many of them that are like, oh my god, I massively regret that decision, like I really wish I'd have had kids when I was younger, I really wish I had like 6, you know, children right now. Like, I don't know of many people unless they have fertility issues, something like that, you know, maybe. But anybody who is able to have kids, I don't know of many people that are going around screaming from the hilltops that like it was the worst decision of their life not to have kids, you know? You're the aunt that says inappropriate things. That will be me. I'm definitely going to teach when people in our family start having kids, like the people our age in our family start having kids, I'm definitely going to be the uncle that teaches them to say fuck when they shouldn't, you know? And they'll be like, did you learn that from Uncle Ben? And I'll have coached them to say no, that mum said it in the kitchen. And then mum and dad can argue about it instead of me. And then they can come and stay with me again and I'll teach them another word. And we'll go out shopping and I'll feed the kids chocolate at McDonald's when they're not supposed to be fed chocolate at McDonald's. No, I don't think I'd do that either. Looking after, like when I've looked after other people's kids and stuff, I've never been the person to like give them stuff that their parents have said not to give them. Like if a parent says to me like they're not to have chocolate, they're not to have sweets, they're not to do this, like I'm never gonna do the opposite. Like it's not my kid. Like you can be the fun uncle or the fun aunt or whatever without breaking, you know, the requirements, whatever, of the parent. Like I don't think I would ever go against the parents' wishes. I think that'd be a pretty weird thing to do. Like it's all well and good saying like they can have one crisp out of the crisp packet, or like they can have one mini chocolate button or something out of your already chocolate button packet that you're eating, but like giving them a big load of chocolate and shit that they shouldn't probably be having, and the parents have told you not to give them, I wouldn't be doing that. You're okay with watching the kid as long as you can hand it back at the end? Yeah, exactly. And I will do that all the time. Like I've said to my friend Nikita, like those of you that know that I've got like a bestie, Nikita, I'm still waiting for her to ring me one day soon. I know it'll be some day soon now, for sure. I've got a feeling in my bones that she's gonna ring me and be like, hey, I'm pregnant. And it's gonna be, I'm coming now, right now, and any fucking time of the day, night, week, month, year that you need anything at all, even if it's just to cry down the phone to me, I will pick up. Like you're on, put me on your speed dial. I will have my phone on loud for the next 18 years of my life, and when you need me, I'll be there. Like, that will be me, for sure. Yeah, wholeheartedly. But I will be giving the kid back at the end of the day. Honestly, it can be a generational thing. I try to be careful with what I ask and how I say things. It doesn't always work out for me. I honestly would be a surrogate for her in a heartbeat. I may offer in the end. I just know she wants to try all the things before she even thinks of that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I didn't mean that because you'd said what you'd said, Mama. I just meant in general, like off the top of my head, because I was thinking about it. Like, I think if I were biologically a woman, yeah, I would definitely. Once I'd got sort of into my, you know, secure career, living my life with my partner, doing what I've got to do, yeah, I'd fully be someone's surrogate. So in the UK, I think it's illegal to pay for a surrogate, but there must be ways around it. Jelly Rolls is a singer vet, and his wife, Bunny, I regret never having kids on. You do regret having kids, Sharon. Okay, there you go. There's somebody. Sharon regrets having kids. You're not alone. You've got all of us. Don't be silly. You've got all of us. We're here every day. You can always chat with us. Always drop us a message. You're in Discord now as well, so you can always pop a message in Discord if you're bored or you're feeling alone. We'll always be there for you. But you do regret having kids. There you go. First person I've met that's like, yeah, I regret. You regret not having any kids. What do you regret, if you don't mind me asking, what do you regret the most? Like, what do you regret, like, for not having kids? Again, you don't have to answer this by any means. But, like, if you say, like, you know, you regret not having any kids, what's the, like, major things that you think you personally regret now about not having them? Is it simply that you just feel a little bit alone, like not having had them? Or are there anything else? Is there anything else that follows that as well? I may or may not have sent my nephew home saying moist because I knew it annoyed his father, and his father and I have an ongoing banter war. I live for that. That's so funny. Moist. The stories I can say. I told my niece and nephew Robbie Williams was their uncle. I told them I was the blonde in the Call on Me video. Yes! Stop. I drew glasses on my nephew. Unwittingly, it was permanent marker. I live. See, that's the kind of thing. I'm going to be like, I'm going to go and tell my nieces and nephews when I eventually get them. I'm going to tell them, not nieces and nephews. What will they be? Would they be my nieces? If like Tom's brother has a baby or like Tom's sister has a baby, what are they to me? I guess nothing by blood because I'm not the Hogan blood, but when we're married, there'll be something, right? Is that nieces and nephews? But I'm definitely going to tell them that I was RuPaul. I'm definitely going to tell them that I was James Charles. They'll see me when they grow up and I've still got makeup on as like a 40-year-old. I'm going to show them old videos of James Charles singing, "Bring me little water, Sylvie." And I'm going to be like, that was me. That was me back in the heyday. I didn't read your comment above about Boyo. Did I miss it? Where is it? Oh, it's there. Hold on. The coolest thing, which I don't know if you have noticed, but Boyo looks up to you. It's always, when's Ben live? Tell Ben I said hi. I mean, oh, I can't, no, that's really sweet, but I can't be an idol to your kids. Like, I am such a I'm a poor example of an idol. I appreciate that they've grown up with me though, haven't they? Like, they've grown up with you watching me on the internet and stuff all the time. So like, they've grown up with me in that respect, but oh my God, don't let them idolize me. Like, there is nothing to idolize, please. Get them to idolize like Martin Luther King or somebody of like, I don't know, Harriet Tubman. Someone who's iconic and actually brought something to this earth. Charlotte always says to say hi, even though she's pretty much always asleep. Oh my God. I love Shyla. Shyla's a little baby. Shyla's a little baby. My little baby. Ooh. I'm the Ben-in-law. Oh, nieces and nephews for sure. I'm a Ben-in-law. Yeah, I would be a Ben-in-law sloth. See, I don't know what it's all. I don't get all the family stuff like that. You know I don't. I always get it wrong. So I just would be. I'd be Uncle Ben, Ben-in-law. Granddad Ben. Ew. No. God, I think I'm kind of ready to be a granddad. Listen, I'm ready to live on a farm and live my life out like that. So maybe being a granddad living on a farm would be lush. They can come and harvest things from the greenhouses and the fields and stuff with me, you know? Granddad Ben. Ooh! Do your kids, or like your nieces, nephews or anything, like call any of you guys anything other than like auntie or like grandma or grandpa or whatever? Like, do you guys have any different names in your family? I saw this recently. It's like apparently it was like some lady was saying that celebrities go wild with it sometimes. Like, what was it? Kris Jenner? I think Kris Jenner's like, so all the Kardashians kids call Kris Jenner Lovey instead of grandma. Like they call her Lovey. Do any of you have any like different pet names and stuff that like the young ones in your family call you? Or like your nieces, nephews, grandchildren, whatever? Or do they just call you like grandma, grandpa? You know? I can't change their minds, so. With a mum like me, it's fine. Stop it. She's not a baby anymore. I know. 9 going on 19. Oh my God. And Marcus is like almost old enough to drive a fucking car. Stop. That makes me feel sick. He was a little baby boy when I first met you guys, and now he's like almost getting old enough to drive a car. It's wrong. I don't like it. It's scaring me. Time's moving too quickly. So you've lost your mum. I put my life on hold to care for her. I also wanted the perfect marriage. I never found the night. Now my mum's gone. I'm really lame. But for me, it wasn't to be. What about Daddy Lol? Not as in you have kids. In as oh, he was Robbie Rotten. So do you think that maybe Sharon? Do you think that because you had? I say had to. I shouldn't say had to. Because you chose to. Well, I don't know. Maybe you chose. Maybe you had to. Maybe it's a bit both. That you put your life on hold to take care of your mum. Was it that you did want kids and you just sort of like never got the time or the chance because of that? Or was it you never wanted kids and then because you had to spend so much time taking care of your mum that maybe the thought never passed in the years that went by kind of thing? I wish we all got to like. I wish every human got the chance to like push a reset button once in their lifetime. Like at any point in their life, like something in your head could trigger like a full reset, and you went back to the beginning so you could do it all again in the way that maybe you wish you had done the first time. But then I guess that's the beauty of life, isn't it? Unfortunately, we only get to do it once. So nothing is right, nothing is wrong. You've just got to embrace what happens along the journey, you know? Your kids call your mom Ninny, but I've heard that more than once now. Ninny. Ninny, that's cute. I know I call one of my nans Nan. I call my dad's mum and dad Nan. And I call my mum's mum Nana. I don't know why I call her like Nana, but I do. I don't know if that's a UK thing. Hotfish, is that a UK thing? I just know people say Nan and Nana in the UK, or Grandma. But we call her Nana. I don't know why. Nah, it's just Auntie. Kids call your mum Nan, and you called your Nan Gran. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where Nana came from, but Nana. Right, Nana. Morning, Nana. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. That side of my family has a lot of Italian and Slavic roots, though. And we always used to call my great Nana Lena Nana as well. So maybe it's something to do with that. Again, I don't know. It's always just been Nan for you. Nan, Nana. Nana. Nana, I feel like is... I don't think Nana's used as much anymore, I don't think. Or I feel like most of my friends, if they talk about their grandparents, they maybe do say, oh, my Nana, like in conversation. They wouldn't say like my Nan. Some of my friends will say, oh, my Nana. I think my friend Nikita calls her Nana. I think she calls it, well, she did before she passed away, bless her. I think she calls her Nana. We say Nana here, also my mum chose to be, oh, she chose to be Nini, okay. Sloth. Memal? Mama? Memal? How do you say that? Or mum? Mum. I love that. Mum. Because she's the mum of your mum. Mum. Oh, someone's at my door, 1 second. Shit, what's that? Oh my goodness! Aussie Duck, guess what's finally fucking arrived? The things I ordered for your box. It's here. I can send it literally tomorrow now. Thank God! It's been taking fucking ages. I didn't think it was gonna come today. On a Monday. I thought it was coming on... It's supposed to come 2 weeks ago. Then it was supposed to come 2 weeks before that and it hasn't. It's just not fucking arrived. It's finally arrived! Oh, thank God. I can send you the tracking number as well as soon as I send it, so you can actually track it with the guys, with the kids this time. Oh, fuck me, it's been months waiting for this thing. Thank God, I don't know why it took so long to come, but it did. Anyway, sorry, it was my parcel man. Mariah calls your mum just grandma, but she calls your dad papa. What do I call? I think it... What? Hotlish, you just call your granddad granddad? There's like so many more versions for Nan, isn't there? Like your grandma. Yours is almost ready as well, Kirsty. I was trying to... You said that you didn't want any surprises on your one, Kirsty, but he's getting very close now. Like, it shouldn't be much longer at all. He's been working a lot recently, but yours is almost ready, yeah. Yeah, you can tell the boyo now, thank God. Jesus, it's arrived. Woohoo! Buzzing. La 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 la. But yeah, in the UK, I think, like, there's loads... Nana... Like... I think one of my friends at uni used to call her grandma Mima. But for your like granddad, it's always just granddad. Alright, granddad. Alright, granddad. Yeah, that's all I ever say. Not long, Kirsty. Not long, Kirsty. Not long, Aussie Dog. Finally. We're here. It's only taken months, but I told you it would happen at one point. It's just taken a lot longer than I thought it would. The little kids can't say your name properly, so they've all shortened it somehow. Your Auntie Kiri, Auntie Key, Auntie Kitty, and Auntie. That I can think off the top of my head. Yeah, somebody was saying to me earlier, was it yesterday on TikTok? Something about you, Kirilee, I think, because like you said something on one of the TikTok lives, and someone was like, oh, that lady yesterday, Curly? And I was like, no, Kiri, Kirilee. They were like, oh, not Curly. I was like, no, not Curly. Her name's not Curly. Her name's not Curly. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember what day it was that someone said that. It had me in stitches. Not curly, no. You have your kids call your dad Pops. You get a giggle out of it. Pops is cute. Hey, Pops. Called your Nana all the time. I feel like Aussies in the UK have quite similar ones. Quite similar language. I know it's all English, but you know what I mean, like the slang. What we say in certain circumstances and stuff. You sacrificed so much. Mum came before me. My husband cheated, and that kind of from a cocktails. Mum came first for me. I just never felt secure enough. Now it's so different. Looking back, I probably took on my photo of my mum. Dad's marriage. If everything wasn't perfect, then it wasn't right. Makes him not more. Oh, bless you, Sharon. Honestly. Thank you for being so honest and candid, though. I appreciate that so much. It takes a lot to be honest like that and be open and vulnerable, especially online, where other people can see and stuff. So, thank you. I appreciate you explaining. So sorry that you feel that way, honestly. But you have to think of it now. Age is just a fucking number. Everything was created by a societal system. Like, genuinely, it does not matter if I sleep from 12 midnight till 12 sorry, it doesn't matter if I sleep from 12 in the middle of the day till 9 o'clock at night and get my 9 hours and then live my life nocturnally. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I won't get the sun as much. I'd probably need more vitamin. Do you know what I mean? It's workable. Like, you don't have to get married at the age of fucking 30 or younger because society says you have to. You don't have to have kids by a certain age because society says you have to. Like, I know some women that have been, you know, on social media and stuff that have had kids at like a much older age. You know, everybody's different. There's also many ways of having kids. You can adopt. Again, surrogacy, what we've been talking about. It's never too late for anything. It's never too late for you to do anything in your life. Don't let anybody tell you any fucking different. You have so many years still ahead of you, my darling Sharon, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. Whatever you fucking want. And don't feel alone. Can we get some HappyDuck love in the chat, please, for Miss Sharon? She ain't alone. None of you are fucking alone. I tell you this all the time. That Discord might be busy one day and quiet for the next 3. I am lurking in the wings. I am constantly available. Constantly available. If you ever need a chat, or you ever want to play a game together, you ever want to just, you know, whatever it may be, I'm always down. I'm shit at giving advice. I never have the answers, but I'm good at listening. I'm good at listening one-on-one, not on stream, apparently, because I always fucking miss comments and things and get confused. But one-on-one, I can listen and I can have, you know, I can be that set of ears. I can be the set of ears. I can be the shoulder to cry on. That much I can do. Always available. You're never alone. You don't need to know anything about gaming to be a part of this community. I am not the best gamer. I've just spent... Bitch, I've been trying to get my stream to work all fucking day. Like, there's been... I don't know, 7 streams at this point today because of the Wi-Fi and me not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. Who cares? We get back on it, we carry on. We move, you know? This is not a game. This is not just a... The HappyDuck family, this stream, the reason this was fucking made was because in COVID, we were all alone. Even if we were just with, you know, even if you were living with your family, even if you were living with a friend, whatever, we were all alone. We were all pushed into our houses and told to stay there, and none of us could do anything. We were trapped for 1.5 to 2 years. And we made this community so that everybody could get together, have a laugh over games, alcohol, chats, talk about whatever the hell you want freely. And that's what this is about. That's exactly why I do this stream. It makes me no money at all. And I don't care because it's not here for that. I appreciate your support with subscribers. I appreciate you guys doing all of those things for me all the time. It's incredible. But I'm here solely for games, fun, chats, and chilling with you guys. That's exactly what I made this for. So if you're ever alone, bored, tired, scared, whatever it may be, this is a safe space for you to come and be yourself. Know that. Nana and Poppy. Your Poppy's 92 and still kicking. Let's fucking go, Poppy. Love you guys too. Quite fancy marrying Machine Gun Kelly lol, but I'd need to sack off Megan Fox first. I can hire a hitman. I can hire a hitman, Sharon. You don't know my talents. You don't know what I've got in this arsenal. I'll become I'll become a celebrity makeup artist, and then what I'll do is I'll worm my way up to Megan Fox. I'll become her makeup artist, and then what I'll do is I'll start feeding her lies about Machine Gun Kelly. I'll start telling her he's cheating and that I've caught him in the back rooms with people, and then I'll get her to sign the agreement to end the marriage. And then what I'll do is I'll trick Machine Gun Kelly, and I'll get him to sign the divorce papers as well as marriage papers to you, Sharon, at the same time. And then he'll never know, and then he'll have to be with you. And then he'll fall madly in love with you because you're absolutely iconic and funny as hell. You'll take Megan Fox. There you go. See, Aussie Duck's on side as well. I don't even need to get rid of her. Aussie Duck's just gonna kidnap her. I'll keep feeding into Machine Gun Kelly's ears. Remember that your wife, Megan Fox, has thumbs for fingers. Sorry, no, is it? Toes. She has toes. Toes for thumbs. She has toes for thumbs. Sharon has no toes for thumbs. It's alright, Megan Fox's face card will never decline, so she's alright. Doesn't matter what her hands look like. I am 42. I'm 42 this year. My husband is 52. We got married in my late 20s. Your first son. Oh, my first son I had. Yeah, age is just a number. Your first son was at 21. Just a number, and at the end of the day. Oh. Kirsty, that's so lovely. I love the positivity in this chat. Keeps me going. Keeps me going, keeps me alive. Hell yeah. I'll give her a good home, I promise. We might have to share her. She can live in Australia for half the year, and then she can live with me in England for half the year, Aussie Duck. That's our plan for getting rid of Megan Fox, so Sharon can get married to Machine Gun Kelly. Although you will have to fight Leah for Machine Gun Kelly. Leah's not been on the stream in a while. She's probably just busy with her life and stuff. But Miss Leah, she's the one that sent all of those fucking Machine Gun Kelly photos to us in Discord. She's a wild one, she is. So you might have to fight Leah, Sharon, just a little bit. But I'll make sure it's a fair fight, you know? I'll be the umpire. You've just got to bring your A game that day. Alright. No. Come on, behave. Wait, this sharing her wasn't previously discussed. Listen, this is how they get you. This is how I get you. I pretend that I'm giving her to you, and then... Mine now! You're 53, I can take her. Fair enough. Fair enough. I love the confidence. Oh, stay over there. Are you gonna come with me? Is this attached? It is attached, isn't it? Okay, you're coming with me then. Just dragging this bag along the floor. Come on. Come with me, and you'll be in a bush, and then another bush. That was quite the plot that I came up with very quickly. You're quite scared, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, you think I haven't thought about... I need to be careful what I say on Twitch. You think I've not thought about kidnapping Doja Cat for my own, for myself? You must be crazy. Miss Doja Cat, I would do anything for that woman. Anything for that woman. Let me tell you. Anything for her. You think I've not thought of these scenarios in my head before? I grew up when One Direction was a thing, alright? I grew up when being a crazy fan of someone was like a normal thing to do. Why is this not? Why does it have to do it like this? Hang on, can the kids come on the trip to the UK? Of course, you've got to, you'll have to like travel with Megan Fox to bring her here, you know, so she arrives safely and stuff. So I don't want no damaged goods, you know? So yeah, bring the kids, they can all help you. You was 34 when I had Mariah. I'll never forget when the doctor said something about a geriatric pregnancy. I was like, what the hell did you just call me? What's a geriatric? Am I silly not knowing what a geriatric pregnancy is? How many different kinds of I know that. What do I know? Again, silly gay boy knows nothing about women's health. I know that there's is it an ectopic pregnancy? And is that when the, oh God, I'm gonna look so stupid if I don't get this right. Is that when the baby's like outside of something, or? Oh my God, I'm so dumb, I don't know. Ever going near the kitty ven or Strictly Dickly? Strictly Dickly. I've been around a few kitties in my lifetime. Yeah, I've been around a few kitties. I am I'm not strictly anything, guys. I'm pansexual. I don't care. I really don't care as long as someone's nice. I don't give a fuck. I don't fall for somebody based on looks. I used to as a kid, and as I got older, it became so like less and less and less important. Less and less and less and less and less important as the years went on. It's their way of saying, oh, a geriatric pregnancy is their way of saying an older woman's pregnancy. Is that like a scientific term, or? Oh, is that scientific, or is it just basically being like, you're an old bitch, so this is what we call your like what? That better be a scientific term, otherwise Mama Duck, I hope you throttled that bastard. I hope you beat the living shit out of him for being so fucking rude. Like, what the hell? Ectopic pregnancy, it's in the tube still. See, I knew it was something like that, like it was outside of the actual, you know? It is a medical term? Okay, thank God. I thought it was being like ridiculously rude. Can you imagine? If that wasn't a medical term and a doctor said to me, sorry, you've got a geriatric pregnancy because you're old, I'd be like, and you've got a black eye. Bat, bat, bat. And that'd be it. You wouldn't be fucking saying that to nobody again, I'll tell you that. God, I'm so glad. See, I don't know enough. I don't know enough. Do. Yeah, outside the uterus, isn't it? Yeah, like ectopic pregnancies when it's outside the uterus, still in the tube. How many different kinds of pregnancies can there be? What's the name of a regular pregnancy, if you will? Like, I don't know what would define a regular pregnancy. A generic one, I guess. Just like a woman having a baby. I don't know, without any kind of bad things or good things happening. Like a regular, I don't know. Looks aren't the focus, it's everything. Looks personalized to say. Making me laugh. Humor is a big one. I remember Tom made me laugh so much when we first met. He still makes me laugh now. Tom's the kind of guy that will like sit, like last night, we were sat on this. This is what I look for in a relationship, right? Me and Tom, we get on like a house on fire because he respects every fucking boundary that I've put in place for my life without me ever having to explain what the boundary is. Like, if he comes in from work and I'm like quiet and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, he'll be like, okay, no worries, do you want anything? I'll be like, because like I'm having a bad anxiety day or whatever. I'll sit there, he'll come and sit on the sofa with me, he'll go and get the duvet from the bedroom, he'll wrap me up in the duvet, wrap us both in the duvet, he'll put on the world's worst film, he'll go and cook loads of food, and then he'll just sit there and not say a singular thing until I say anything. And like, I appreciate that so much, because sometimes, especially after streaming for so long, like, I love talking with you guys and stuff, don't get me wrong, like, it's incredible, this is what makes my day. But sometimes I'll get off stream and I won't realize how much of like my social battery, even through streaming, like, that I've used, and I'll get off and I'll be like, I am physically and mentally and emotionally drained. Because like, I love talking with you all. I talk like for fucking England. People watching my streams are like, you're doing a farming game, like why are you not talking about the farming or the gaming or anything? I like to talk. I like to play games, and my stream is about me playing a game, you having background noise, and having conversations. Like, I'm not here to give you the best Fortnite content, you know what I mean? But, and then like 10 minutes later, Tom will like turn around and start fucking making stupid jokes or whatever. And like, that's just perfect for me, you know? Perfect. If you are older than, what, ladies, 35, it's now geriatric. If you're older than 35? No. No.
Ellie!
Hey, hello, Ellie. Surely not. If you're over the age of 35, they call it geriatric. What the fuck? How are you old at like 36 years old having a baby? I don't understand. I don't get it. How is that old? You're not even halfway through your fucking life. What? That's wild to me. Just realized Boyer will be up for tap in like an hour and a half. Oh gosh. Less than 30? No, it cannot be less than 35. Like 35 is a shocker. It's the eyes for me. The eyes draw me in and the personality seals it. Love that. That sounds sexy. He's a wee doll. He obviously knows you well and he can give it. Yeah, Tom's a listener. He's a Taurus, so he's incredibly fucking stubborn. And like, if I'm having a bad day and he's come home from like a fucking 10-hour shift, I'm like, I've made food, I've cleaned everything, but like my battery's gone. So let's just like sit in silence and watch telly, you know? And like, he will always. But if he comes home and he knows I've had a bad day, he will go above and beyond, even though he's exhausted, even though I tell him not to. I do the same. I'm not like a fucking... I don't just do nothing. I'd give everything for him. Well, I just had a baby when I was 32 and I was close, but I wasn't geriatric, so it must be 34 to 35. Nah, geriatric at 35, that can fuck right off. Exactly. 35? I mean, they think old for having babies. Well, it's stupid. Feel like you can have a baby, that's it. But then that just implies that anybody over that age is like old for having a baby. I don't... Oh no, yeah, I fully get that like women over a certain age can't have, you know, once you go through like the change and stuff and all that sort of stuff, like you can't have a baby, but it depends what you determine having a child, like determine from like having a child. What do you mean? Like, it's geriatric because you yourself can no longer have children? Or like you're getting old for having children yourself? Because like you could still adopt and whatever. I don't know. I just think there's so many options now that like telling somebody they're old for having a baby at a certain age is just like wild. I think it's wildly inappropriate, to be honest. What a strange concept. Can't you just say you're pregnant and just like be done with it, you know? You turned 34 in 13 days, so if I was to fall pregnant now, yeah, apparently. It'd be geriatric. Geriatric! I don't like that word. That word feels like it's got way more connotations than it actually has. I don't know. Am I wrong for thinking that, or am I right for thinking that? It seems like it's got a lot of connotations that I don't think I'd necessarily agree with myself. Weird. When you've done your ASD, when you have an ASD or BPD breakdown, then Steve gets your mumble duck blanket. Yes! So you got a bit of me and Tom with you. Take that back. I know. What the fuck? I can't. It just seems inappropriate to be like, sorry, your pregnancy's geriatric. Like, excuse me? I'd be like, the fuck you talking to? Because I know it ain't me. I know the fuck it ain't me. Yeah, women only produce a certain amount of eggs in their lifetime, but like, what happens if you're a woman who's like frozen your eggs and you use them later on in life? What do they say then? You're having an ancient pregnancy. Like, the fuck? That seems so rude. Geriatric. I just don't like that word. I don't like that word. I hate that. Fuck that. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just me, neither did I. Ew! I'd be like, go away! Fucking weird doctor. Keep your pennies to yourself. All I need to know is yes. Don't even say pregnancy. Just say yes or no. I've come in for to get a scan or whatever. Like, the answer is yes or no. Like, yes or no. Am I pregnant? Yes or no? I don't want to know if it's fucking geriatric. Bastards. That's what I'd say. The fuck did you say to me? Honestly. I'd be like, repeat that if you want to lose your jaw. Please. Fun fact, you're born with all your eggs. I knew that, yeah. You are born with all your eggs. Is that partially why women go through puberty, I don't want to say quicker, but earlier than men? Is it because you're born with all of your eggs? I'm sure there's many other factors. Comes lack of hormones needed to sustain a pregnancy. But a man came up with that term. Of course, somebody Google it. Somebody Google who came up with the term geriatric pregnancy. I can almost guarantee you his name was John. He was white. He probably had 3 marriages. I can guarantee it. There's a woman that was pregnant at 60, 70, and apparently women can't get pregnant after 50. It's different for bodies, you know? 45, huh? Slop. It only came up for me due to the test they were ordering because of my advanced maternal age. Oh my god, I can't with these terms. It's killing me. Advanced maternal age. Stop. Advanced. Jesus. That's why I tell my mother my kids were a part of her long before me. I think I said that on the stream not long ago, actually. I learned that this year, that when you give birth as a woman, part of the, I don't know whether it's the DNA, the chromosomes, whatever it is, a part of your child stays within you and will forever live within you, which I think is so incredible. So like a part of you lives within your mom, and a part of you lives within, a part of your kids will forever live, you know, within you. I think that's so special. Like, that's so cool. That's really cool. What a cool thing to like say, you know? Geriatric. Oh my god. I'm gonna ask Tom if he knows what that word means later. He's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'll be like, some white man told women that they're geriatric if they have a pregnancy past 35. I think at 53 the cobwebs would give it away that I was older. Sharon, you better get that feather duster out, my girl. You better get that feather duster out. Get that feather duster out, spruce it up, give it a Mohican, get yourself out on the town, you know? Oh god. Fetch your geriatric feather duster from the cupboard. Fucking hell. There's still time. Are you joking me? I will be having sex on my deathbed. I don't care how fucking old I get. That's never stopping. I don't care if I have to have 2 artificial knees and a new artificial fucking hip. I don't care if I need to get my bumhole sewn back together again. TMI, I'm going full ham now. How dare you? Absolutely not. Hi, Hyman. How are you? I get it all. Bejazzled, whatever it is. I'm going to be a 90-year-old man still running around in my Speedos. Trust. I've never felt so triggered by a medical term in all my life. I'm not even a woman and I'm triggered for you. Petition to ban geriatric pregnancy from the Oxford Dictionary, please. Just the word geriatric, I just can't. What a horrible, horrible medical term. I wonder, it's got me fucking wondering what other ones there are now. I'm like, what am I going to be called when I'm an old man? Is there a term for when your balls hang lower than your knees? Because I'm almost 30. We're getting that way. You know how like they take women with bigger breasts and you can go and get like a boob reduction and like you can have it like nipped and tucked to be like back up, you know, like upwards. I wonder if they can do that with your balls. Gravity is nobody's friend. I need to be able to see it first. Sharon! Oh my god, I can't even read that second part of that sentence out. It's got me howling. Oh, apparently it's been changed now? To what? Just do a handstand. I knew those gymnastic skills would come in handy 50 years later. I can't do a handstand now. Oh my god. My tits would slap me in the face. And I'm a man. Jesus. Oh, I'm crying. I'm actually crying. Chai should have been called that. Low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. Oh my god. Please. How much... Let me get back to the... What's my production saying right now? Okay, the stones are chilling. All right, let's take this and we'll come back to the rest later. Oh, it's now called Advanced Matural Age. That's even worse. Why is it getting more technical? An advanced seems like... The word advanced to me screams like ahead before its time. Does that make sense? Like, why advanced? Like it's got to that stage too quick. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, like you've advanced too quickly. Advanced to go past 200, advanced to go collect 200 pounds. This would be the best stand-up. We should turn it into one. Who's a comedian? Elephant hat. Oh my god, stop. Is this what you want me to do? This is what I'll be doing when I'm 70. My comedy special will be about low-hanging fruit. And my punchline will be me doing a handstand with Sharon in the audience going, and that's how you beat gravity. Fucking hell. Jesus, I'm actually like crying still. My fucking mascara's running all the way down my face. I'm screaming. That was funny. Advanced matural age. That feels worse to me. Oh, advanced maternal age is still. Advanced maternal age. That still is fucked up. That's more offensive than old. That feels more offensive than the word old. Is that just me that thinks that? I fucked this up, didn't I? Advanced maternal age still feels worse than just saying old. What's wrong with being old? Like older? Like, I know I moan about it all the time, but like realistically, what's wrong with it? Nothing at all. Activate. That was where I needed to be. Hey, if I'm alive, I'm a geriatric, you know. Stop. We need someone to change their name to be Geriatric Duck. I need a Geriatric Duck on this stream. Oh my god, stop. Okay, what's going on with my fields right now? Everything else fine in here? It is. Wood planks. Alright. Growing, growing, growing. What's that? Is that weeds? That might be weeds. Let's go sort these out. I love this conversation. Totally forgot to watch what I'm doing. I've just been doing stones the whole time, don't worry. I need to get loads of stones done for the gold production, so... All you've missed is me collecting a lot of stones and putting them in a factory. Don't worry. Do not worry, you little hell about it. Oh my god. Oh, girl. I'm not paying attention. I'm laughing too much. Right, which field is it that needs the weeding? The cotton field. Have you not heard the song Do Your Balls Hang Low? Yes, I have heard that song. Of course I have. Do the wobble to and fro. Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow? I fucking hope it never gets that bad that I can tie them in a bow. I don't know about that. Right, you get the weeding done. And then you are going to come and do the rounds for me. Let me just make sure this gold production is still full of water, actually. Alright. I ain't changing my name to Geriatric Duck. I don't care. I won't do it. Oh my god. If that's the words being used, I want kids even less than I did before. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, though? Like, exactly. You want to be, like, you know, in your 20s saying you don't want kids, and then all of a sudden be like, do you know what? I'll have kids. And then you have a kid at 32, and they're like, so you're having a geriatric pregnancy? I'd be like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to like that? Because I know the fuck it ain't me. I'd be so offended. Oh, that's the kissing right there. My boobs clap. It's getting like a round of applause. I wanted 0 kids before, and now I want less than 0. Is it possible to have less than 0 kids, please? Because I would not like to be called geriatric. Thank you. How have I never heard that term in my lifetime? Like, I'm almost 30. How have I never heard the term geriatric? Or maybe I haven't, I just completely forgot. Can I hand random kids back so I can be on like minus 35 or something? Oh my god, stop. Alright, oh. Speed up this so we can get the rest of these stones done. Probably gonna need some more water, aren't I? Sound like you're on your deathbed. Hi, Mad Spot. How are you? You coming at not the best time for the women. Oh my god. Someone was actually classed as a high-risk geriatric. That's even worse. Oh my god. I sounded like a hit mess. I sound like a hot mess of a pregnant woman. I mean, yeah, when they say it like that, it sounded like I was on my deathbed. Don't fucking hell. Husband said he will be our geriatric duck. Hell yeah. In support of all the geriatrics. We love him. Feels like a term created when teenage pregnancy was high. Do you think? Oh yeah, because like when everybody was having kids a lot younger. Yeah, you're right actually, aren't you? That makes a lot of sense actually. That does make a lot of sense. Not great, you broke your hand. Oh, holy crap, how did you do that? Yeah, we're not bad over here. I'm having a lot of Wi-Fi issues at the moment, but it is what it is. Every time someone new comes into the chat, I giggle like, oh my god, what would they think of us now? Everybody coming in this chat listening to us talk about geriatric pregnancies and white doctors and men. I mean, we're just honest, so how have I run out of wheat already? Fuck. Is that just because it's made it all into flour? 15 bread. No, we've just run out of fucking loads. Holy crap. Okay, we're gonna need some more stuff. Let's just make sure the rest of these stones are done. You fell off your bike on the way to work? My goodness, be careful, man. That's scary. Have you done anything bad to it, like broke it, fractured it or anything, or just really hurts? Oh, sorry, you said broken it, haven't you? Is it in a cast? Jeez, man. Not fun. Not fun. How is this? Come on. This gold production's taking ages. Come on, come on, come on. 22,000 stones left. I love this group. I think I want to be it. You want to be Dirty Duck? You be Dirty Duck. You be whoever you want to be. This is the HappyDuck family. If you don't pick a name, a duck name that makes you happy, then it's not the family that we made, you know? So you, my darling, if you want to be Dirty Duck, you can be a Dirty Duck. You be whoever you want to be. All right. Back to hospital Wednesday and Thursday for a cast. Fuck, how long are you going to have it on for? Is it on your gaming hand, like your predominant gaming hand or not? I'd be fucking devoed if it was. If I had my right hand in a cast, I'd be pissed the fuck off, let me tell you. Ooh. Get over there. Get in storage now. Oh. Lush. Can you be FarmhDuck? Of course you can. You be whoever you want to be. Everybody can be whoever they want to be. You want to join this HappyDuck, this little HappyDuck family we got going on over here? You be whatever duck you want to be. You join the Discord, change your Discord name. You can change your name on the stream if you want. It's completely up to you. We have so many ducks in here. I wonder what people think when they come over here and they're like, why has everyone got duck in their name? Why is everyone a duck? We're the HappyDuck family. That's why. There's so much gold in here now. Ooh, girl, look at all that gold. There's even some in here, I think, at the back. Is there any in here? Oh, there's not, that's fine. There is 67,000 liters of gold in there now. How much is that going to be worth? Gold. Ooh! Yes! All right, we need to sleep, don't we? So let's go. He's still doing the weeding, that's fine. Shit, I messed it up. Here we go. Just don't be geriatric, do it because I have to ban that name. My wee duck would wear suspenders and have a whip. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm here for that. I am here for that. Right, the gold's worth 9,081. What can it go up to again? 10 grand. Where are you at, gold? Show fluctuations. 9570. Still go up. What's the... We're in December. What else do we need to do with these fields now? Oh shit, these weeds got worse because I skipped the day. Come with me, we've got the wrong weeder. We need to get the other one. Because we're all quackers. We are all quackers in here. Money, money, I know, mad spot. I need money, money, money. I need to try and get that 1.2 million so I can buy the big biogas plant. That's what I really want to try, but I just don't know if it's worth getting. I just hope that it is. The last one didn't do anything for us. I think the bigger one will do more, so... I think the bigger one will do what I need it to do, so we're going to get that one. No, don't do what you normally do. Put this back the way that you found it. This way, so that we get it the right way every single time. Lush. Ooh. Jesus, I've got like, the back of my neck is hurting from laughing. Because my head was like going back, giggling so much. It's bad. Bad. Look at what you're doing to me. You're making me geriatric. You're making me feel geriatric. How dare you? This one's not going to be long enough to do this, is it? No, because that's a really long weeder. Alright. Just going to get rid of these ones? It better. Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of all of that. Ben's farming. We're chatting about kidnapping Megan Fox, forcing Machine Gun Kelly into marrying a geriatric, pregnancy, balls hanging. Welcome to the HappyDuck family stream, where that happens all day, every day. My goodness, I know. We are wild, aren't we? Honestly. Production. That's a lot of honey. Get the eggs first. See, this is why you keep me and my geriatric self around. Comic relief. Only geriatrics are funny, you know? Only us geriatrics. Fucking hell. Wild. Absolutely wild. All of you. I would never, ever call somebody that. Now I know what it is. Imagine I say that word like in the future and I just didn't know. To somebody. My god. Fuck. Now I know how it feels. So I wouldn't be doing that to anybody else. Any more for any more? 2 more. Thank you. Leave those planks. We'll sell those straight away. Canola. If we've got any, there'll be some bread, but we've run out of flour now, so I wonder how much canola we've got left. Strange how we have all found each other. It is, but it's a blessing, you know? Ooh! Fucking hell, how much was that? 16,000 litres of canola. Oh my god, how many days have I not done this for? Only 2, right? It's making me think that we've got nothing left of anything now. That needs to go off. That needs to go off. Silage, we've got loads of silage, so that's fine. Planks, we've got 40,000 litres of wood still. We've still got some in storage, so that's okay. Canola, we only have 15,000 litres left, so that's going to be gone soon. Clothes has loads of fabric. This is fine. Bread's almost... Oh my god, there's so much bread. Wait, who's Jerry and why is he at it? Mr. Geriatric. I don't know. He's a weirdo. I need to know who came up with that term. Who made that term? That's all of those. Weird is attracted to weird. So true. So true. I feel like I'm missing so much, only partly reading the comments and it's a trip. And it's a trip. It's a bit weird, Chris, not gonna lie. I learned a new word today that I will never say to a woman. Never. There we go. This is a lot of stuff. It's a Greek word. No. Really? Does it derive from Greek, or is it like just, it's actually Greek? I mean, derive probably means the same thing. Mariah has no school today and just walked in, looks at my phone with Ben as a call. I'm working on a farm talking about geriatric pregnancy. She says, what the heck is Ben doing? I don't know, Mariah. I don't know. And she says, I'm going to take a nap. Mariah's already had enough of me today. She's already had enough. She's not even said like more than 2 words and she's had an absolute enough. I don't blame her. I really don't. Okay, we've filled this bulk storage really quickly today. Like, I'm glad. This was all I really wanted to do today, was make a lot of money, because we can't really progress on this farm too much without any more cash, because we had none at all to work with. We've not really spent too much either, so that's good. Oh, fuck. Shit. Jesus. And all this honey as well. I can't believe that. Mariah, how dare you? She's had enough of me already. She took 2 seconds. She better have a good nap. She's had enough of me. She's known me for so long now. She's just had enough. Every time she sees me, she's like, oh, I've had enough of you. I've had enough. It's been years of you now. It's time to say goodbye. Right, let's go and get... Oh, did we get all the gold? We've done all the gold first. Did I do that first? Yeah, I did do it first. Okay. Right, let's go and get some more. Pretty sure she thinks we've lost our minds. I mean, is she wrong? Is she wrong? I don't think she's wrong. I think she's probably the most sane out of all of us now at the moment. Greek word geris for old, lol. I doubt that's the spelling of the word. Interesting. So it's the Greek men that hate women. Calling your geriatric. How dare they? How dare they? Honestly. Do 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 do. Do. Fill this up. Actually, I can leave you there and get the stones. Yeah, the dicks. Join the club. She's pretty much like that with everyone now. Gotta love the teen years, honestly. Bless her heart. Come on. There we go. Let's put the speed up to like a little bit normal so he can do all of the weeding. Is he doing a good job of that? That's the question, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. How was my trip with Thomas? It was really good, yeah. Really, really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. We're really hopeful that that's somewhere that we'll actually get to go. It's just waiting now to see what happens with his job. As soon as we know more about the job, then we're going to be able to work out like the logistics of living and stuff like that. But until we know about the job, we don't know much else. We know that he's going to have to go back down again to see the area manager so that we can decide. He has to bring a business plan down and stuff. There's other people that have applied, but they applied. Tom was asked to apply. Do you know what I mean? Like they want Tom, but they have to accept obviously everybody else's applications and stuff. But Tom was the one that was requested to apply, and that's why we got down there, and that's why like everything was paid for us and stuff in the end. So we're just waiting on them to tell us a date, I think, to go down so that Tom can show a business plan. But he still needs to make the business plan first as well, which won't take him too long, because it would have took him a lot longer to make a business plan if we hadn't have actually gone down to have a look. But because we went down to have a look and we saw like immediately what all the problems were and what all the possibilities and opportunities were with it as well, it's a lot easier, a lot more simple. So we shouldn't struggle. Have it done pretty quickly. And then yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope it's more a house situation rather than an apartment for a unit a week. We've literally already said, the worst case scenario would be getting an apartment again, but we've already both decided we're not doing that. Not after this. Not after living in apartments for like all my life so far. Like I think it's time to actually get a house and have a fucking garden. Both of us are ready for a house. Both of us are ready for a house. We're not ready for another apartment. We don't want that. We really don't want that. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a house situation. But when we was looking down there, Sharon, there was so many opportunities, so many possibilities. There's like a whole bunch of houses that were available. And judging by like what they show on their websites, it seems like that's quite a common thing. Like there's always houses available. It's like a small town, don't get me wrong, but like there's a lot of affordable houses, a lot of affordable apartments. Most of it's like quite old looking, if you will, but there's also some really nice like new builds, both houses and apartments. So we looked at a few and they look really nice. Didn't have to be massive, just something nice. Well, the thing is, you say it doesn't have to be massive. We actually have the choice there. We would be paying, I think I told the guys, we'd be paying less than what we pay here for a 2-bedroom apartment in the city. We'd be paying less than what we pay here to live there in a 3-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms, a garden, a driveway, a garage, a front garden. Like, it's wild, the difference is, honestly. The difference is uncanny. So we won't actually have to be like, do we want to spend that little bit more for this? Like, no, we're already spending less to get more, so that's already a big win. Do you have a preference, new build or old? Well, that's a massive difference. It really is. I don't have a preference at all. My only preference is, what's it called? Terraced or non-terraced or whatever it is. I don't think I'd want to having lived in apartments and knowing how neighbors can be. We've been very lucky with our neighbors where we are now, but neighbors in the... I think I remember telling you guys when I used to live in the old place, we used to have like random men like come into the apartment complex because it was just so easy to get into and stuff, and random men used to come in and like knock on your door at like 3 in the morning, like try and kick your door in and stuff. I had a couple occasions like that where like I was stood behind my front door with a fucking knife in my hand, like hoping and praying that this random person drunk out of his head wasn't going to kick our door down. Like they used to just go up and down all the apartment doors and stuff. It was terrifying. So we got lucky here, and it's more security here, much more security here. But living in a house that's like adjoined to another house either side, I don't think I could do. I also don't think I could live in like a really heavily populated like little bit of the town. I think I'd probably go a little bit more outskirts because I don't know, Taunton is like very much a terrace, semi-detached, detached. Yeah, I remember your place wasn't the best. Yeah, exactly. Taunton's like a... I don't want to say it's like a retirement village because it's by no means a retirement village at all, but there's the mass population of Taunton is definitely geriatric, if you will. It's definitely older. And so like I'm happy with that because I'm happy to live in a really slow-paced town. Like I'm not about to go wild in the clubs and stuff, but there's also students that live there and like it can get a little bit crazy on a Saturday. Like here it's crazy every night. In Taunton, it's like crazy on a Saturday till 2 in the morning. That's it. Everyone goes home and goes to bed. But here you can go out till 10 in the morning in some places. So yeah, it's like it's not for me. But I'd like to live there like that. The only concern is living in like a area where a lot of elderly people live and they all know each other. Being like the young gay couple that moves in is like into a place where it's just old retired couples that are like just trying to live a quiet life. Like not by any means am I a bad neighbor or saying anything like that, but some people can be a certain way in the UK. And also I don't want some bitch knocking on my door at like 7 p.m. telling me that I'm too loud on my stream. Like it's my fucking house, it's 7 o'clock, I literally don't stream past 9 p.m. Like I can't, if I get a Karen neighbor, I swear, like at least you guys will have some good TikTok content because it'll just be me and her fighting all the time, but she will lose. Age does not demand respect. Trust. Not in my fucking vocabulary, not in my life. Never. Age does not demand respect. Like, you can be 70 years old and clueless and an absolute arsehole, so no. I will be lovely. I've already said to Tom, the best way to get on top of neighbors is when you move in, is to knock on all your neighbors' doors, introduce yourself. Awkward as hell, I know, but like introduce yourself, maybe invite them around for a cup of tea, you know, especially when they're like older, you know, men and women. Like I've always been like that, like, you know, invite them around, cup of tea, get some cake out, tell them like a little bit about yourself, get to know them a little bit. Plus side is I love gardening, I love stuff like that, so like they're never gonna be coming around complaining that we haven't mowed the lawn or that like a tree is overgrowing onto their side or the front garden looks like a piece of shit or the bins are a mess or whatever. Like I'm on top of that shit all the time, so I'm also OCD, so like it's never dirty, you know? So there's never gonna be any worry about that. I think the only worry would be, I don't know, just that we're young and they're not. And I know that sounds awful, but I don't want to upset anybody, but I also am going to continue to live my life the way I want to live my life, you know? So that's what I'm worried about, living in houses that are like detached. So I'm like, maybe that's not probably best for us, you know? Hope that makes sense. You get more money, you get more for your money if you don't live in a highly populated place. It's nice to have a choice. Yeah, I just want to live somewhere quiet, somewhere peaceful, somewhere like, even if it's a half an hour walk to the town, well, maybe like 20 minutes because Tom will have to work in the town, you know, and I don't want to be walking half an hour home at night. It's not safe. It's never safe anywhere. But at the minute, even though Tom works till stupid o'clock in the morning in the club and stuff that he works in now, we live literally a 7-minute walk. We timed it. We live 7 minutes, and that's walking like slow, you know? If it's like a cold night or it's raining and you want to get home, Tom can be back here in like 4 minutes. So It's not far at all from where his work is now, but we will need to be at least close to the town in the new place so that he's not having to walk like Miss Hotbish does for like hours and like half an hour, a long time in the pitch black, in the woods, on his own. So he'd be fine with it, but I'm not, so. Yeah, so, hey, so I want a semi-detached. There you go. Yeah, so semi-detached is what I would like. I wouldn't mind living in a cottage either. Like, I really wouldn't mind living in a cottage or like a, what they call it, a bungalow, sorry. Not a cottage, a bungalow. I wouldn't mind living in a bungalow, like everything on one floor. Me and Tom don't need a lot of space. We just need enough space for us to live and enough space for us to have friends around and family stay over if they want to. Because obviously we're going to be quite far away from family now, moving to Taunton if we go there. But yeah, I'd be happy with a bungalow with some extra rooms. My nan, my nana, that one, my mum's mum, she lives in a bungalow and it's gorgeous, like it's gorgeous. Lovely bungalow, massive open plan. It's got 2 huge bedrooms, lovely living space. It's got a really nice open kitchen diner. The garden's insane. They've like made the garden gorgeous. Like it's all greenhouses and like cherry vines and flowers, and it's like a literal greenhouse, like a garden center at my nana's. It's lovely. Like that's my goal. So as long as it's got a little garden with grass and somewhere that I can like plant some things and whatever. Easy to maintain as well. That's something. An easy to maintain place. I don't want somewhere that I'm gonna have to clean top to bottom every single day to keep on top of it, you know? You'll find something, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure too. Right, how's this guy doing with the weeding? He's getting on. Right, sorry, I need a wee again. I'll be back in a sec. Back. Yes, it can be judgmental, but I'm sure they will learn to respect your space and choices. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't want to upset anybody. My fear is upsetting somebody like off the cuff just for existing in a way that they don't appreciate. Because I'm never going to change who I am for someone because they're older than me. Like first, like a lovely little grandma that's like living next door or whatever. I'm never going to change anything because she tells me to change. If she's lovely and we can have a nice connection or whatever, and like one day the music's too loud and she pops around, she's like, hey babes, like it's just a little bit too loud for me today. Sound, like I'll turn it off. Like I won't even turn it down, you know, because you've come over in like a really respectful way. But if she comes in like, well, we've lived here for years and this is what it used to be like, and then you came in, like, fuck off. Like, absolutely not. I pay for this house, I live in this house, I will do what I want in this house. But I'm never, again, I'm always, it's probably my anxiety, I'm always conscious of these things, like not upsetting people and stuff. I will never play music at like, blasting out at like past 10 o'clock at night. I'm in bed. Like, it's perfect for me. I'll be sleeping as well, babes, so there's no stress. She'll be like, no late nights, no noise. I'll be like, babes, I'll be in bed before you. Don't worry. But I don't like to upset people. But I also don't like to have to feel like I have to explain why I don't want to change who I am for somebody else, you know? Double-edged sword, I guess. Terrace is a row. Yeah, definitely don't want a terrace. Semi-detached has neighbors. I don't mind the idea of having like a couple neighbors, but I just don't like all of it being like attached together, like having loads of them. I don't want somebody on either side of me as well as behind me. Does that make sense? Not unless there's like a nice big gap in between kind of thing. Where's that? You never heard of it? Claire, Taunton is down south, well, down southwest. It's near just like not as far as Plymouth. It's around Weston-super-Mare. It's around there. Weston-super-Mare is the train stop that you get off at right before Taunton if you come from Birmingham. So it's just down from Weston-super-Mare. Will somebody tell me about Weston-super-Mare? I'm sure I grew up thinking that it was like some big shopping center town, or like it has a load of markets or something, and I asked Tom and he couldn't remember. You get what you give, exactly, and I will go in nice, of course. It's just if they don't reciprocate that and then start acting up. I don't want the fucking council and the police called on me and stuff for no reason. Also, not being funny, right, but like in my own garden space, if it's sunny, I'ma sit in the backyard nude. There'll be fences, obviously, but like I'm gonna be sitting in my backyard nude as hell. I don't give a fuck. Nude as hell to catch them sun rays when we get 2 days of sun a year in the UK. So if she wants to be a little peeping Tom out of a curtain, she's gonna get a right eyeful. She'll only have herself to blame. Back to the kids thing. My house is never clean. I'm constantly getting in trouble because the house is dirty. I'm like, you stay home with these little tornadoes all day. Can we get into this? Here we go. Here's a lovely conversation we can start. Being a full-time mum is a job. Point blank, period. Being a full-time mum, staying home, being a stay-at-home mum is a full-time job. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if your partner comes home and asks why things aren't clean. I don't care if they ask why dinner's not ready. I provide for this house. No, you fucking don't. You pay the bills. You as a stay-at-home mum provide for the house. You're the one in the fucking house all the time. Looking after gremlins, literal gremlins. It is my biggest pet peeve when men say, I've been at work all day. Why is this not done? I've been at work all day. Where's my dinner? I've been at work all day. Why haven't you cleaned? I cannot fucking stand it. Mama, get your husband on here right now. I'll whoop his ass. I will whoop his ass. The house ain't clean because I've been dealing with fucking crotch goblins all day. What do you mean? Well, you've been in the office for 4 hours, then you took your 1 hour fucking lunch break with your friends, and then you've finished work and you've gone out for 2 pints, and now you're back expecting tea. I didn't get no fucking break today. I didn't get no fucking break today. Ooh, you got me spiced up. You got me all spicy thinking about this. Ooh, I can't. Oh, does my nut in, that does. If any bloke said that to you, you show him the door. A bloke would never get the chance to say that to me. I'd rip his jaw off his head. Bill would never, honestly. Like, I see so many, you know, like on those silly TV shows and stuff, I see it, and I know it's like for TV or whatever, but it just gets me thinking about like real life situations where women have got like, even one, but like 2, 3, 4 kids, and they're at home dealing with it all day. No break at all, and husbands who come home and just start demanding shit, like, or can't even hang their own like work uniform up, like without throwing it on the floor after you've spent all day taking care of kids and also cleaning. Like, oh my god. I like to say, you are not your partner's mother. Like, that's what you need to tell them. Like, you are not their mum. You are not there to clean up after them. They clean up after them after themselves, you know? I could never. Oh my god, you'd be seeing him catch these hands real fucking quick if he said that to me. Why is the washing not done? Where's my uniform for tomorrow? How about you think about that before you go to work? You cushed your little 9 to 5 while I'm here from fucking 6 in the morning with the kids till all night without a break, because you know the men like that coming home and don't fucking help. Sorry, Mama, I'm not saying your husband's like this at all. It just got me like, it got me going. It got me going about it, because I've had friends in the past that like, I've had friends at university who have got with guys who I've literally been like, he gives me all these red flags. This is why I don't think you should be with him, but it is your choice and I will support you the whole way. To then later find out he's saying things like that, like, oh, when we have kids, you'll be at home doing all of this. Like, I won't be fucking doing nothing that I don't want to be doing, number one. And if I am home with the kids, you better come home with some fucking grace and decorum, knowing full well how hard I've worked, bringing up our children. Oh, he hears it, let me tell you. Good. He better fucking he better hear it. I tell him why it's not and what I've been doing all day. He shuts up then, exactly. I tell you what, I'll make sure that the cleaning's done, and then you can come home and everything I wasn't able to do because you specifically said you wanted the cleaning done, you can do when you get home. Change their tune real fucking quick then. Real fucking quick. Does his own laundry? Good. Do everything for kids. I'm not his mama. Exactly. Exactly that. It should be, it's 50-50. 50-50. Marriage, 50-50. Kids, 50-50. Living together, 50-50. Cleaning, 50-50. Everything is half and half. What do you get when you leave a marriage? 50-50. Amicably, I mean. 50-50, right? So, in a marriage, you should be giving the exact same. 50-50. Always. Always. And if you can't give 50, you've got, you know, if you can only give 40, the other person gives 60. And then the next day, they give 40 and you give 60. Like, you got to take care of each other. But yeah, when I hear that, I'm like, ooh! Ooh! Try it. Try it with me. Please. Just give me a reason, just a little bit. That's why you're single. No man gonna tell me what to do. Girl, you better believe. I need a man to make me happy. I'm so blessed with Tom. Tom will have like 4 days where he's at work and he's like stupidly busy. And he'll come home, he'll make a fucking mess after I've cleaned all day. And like before I was on my meds, like my new medication, I genuinely used to get so angry. But since taking my meds and just being like a little bit more chill with everything, I've started to understand, like, rather than just screaming at him in the moment, like just sort of give little subtle hints, because he doesn't mean to do it, he's just tired, and like I completely understand that. And so I think communication, and then also like I see people on TikTok do it. I think it's really good. You just leave it. Like you want to put your uniform on the floor when you get in from work. It's staying on the floor, and then when I clean, I'm gonna clean around it and then place it back on the floor where you left it. So when you get home and you wonder why the house is clean but the uniform's not, it's because of the sheer fucking disrespect of you just throwing it on the floor that I've spent all day cleaning. You know. It is a very old-fashioned view, yes it is. Very old-fashioned. I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, me and Tom do it. Like, Tom works. I do, you know, a lot of the cooking, cleaning, the house stuff, managing all of our finances, like, doing all of that stuff. Because I'm not working at the minute. But, Tom would never come home and disrespect me like that. Like, he's just obviously just had a long day or he's tired or whatever. So I pick up the slack on those days, and then, like, it's like last month he had a week off. In that week off, Tom cooked 3 meals a day. He did all the washing, and like, remember when I told you how far I was, like Chris will remember, how far behind I was with the washing. It was just getting so overwhelming. And this is before I went to the doctors and got on new meds and stuff, so like it was really overwhelming for me. He did all the washing, he did all the cooking, he cleaned every single day while I was streaming and stuff, and like, that's why I'm like, well, when he's at work, I'll do everything, you know? But it's only because I get that respect in return. If I didn't, I'd do nothing. He'd come home to the same shit all day, every day. Do 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 do. Right, let's get the rest of these stones over. Do you ever argue? Oh my god. Yeah. Of course we do. I'd be lying if I said we didn't. I wasn't lying when I said we never used to. Me and Tom had, like, I think we had a honeymoon phase for a lot longer than most people would, simply because I think being a gay man, from my experience, finding a man to be with who not only respects you but isn't just in it for, like, in the gay community, honestly, in it just like for a quick shag or to just sleep around. Like, the gay community is very, sadly, mostly, it's, well, Birmingham anyway, is very much like everybody sleeping with everybody bitching about everybody, getting drunk all the time, and like that's it. So it's quite difficult to find someone to settle down with, and I think so when you do, you respect it a lot more. I also feel like, and you can have your own opinions about this, but for me as a gay man, I feel like as a man with a man, you sort of understand each other's needs more than maybe a man and a woman. Not always, but like from my experiences, yes. And then we got into a relationship really quickly. We also not only was in a relationship really quickly, but we moved in together really quickly as well. We moved in together after like a couple of months. I moved to a completely different city for him. And so I think we sat there for a long time sort of being like, let's tread on eggshells. Let's make sure that each one of us is like, you know, taken care of. I've moved to a completely different city for you. We still don't know each other too well. We're now living together. Like we didn't want to upset each other. And I think then we really did not have our first argument for like an entire maybe year and a half. And then we had one big blow up when we was like drunk one night. And I remember that then spiraled into more drinking because we were pissed off with each other, going out separately with our own friends to drink, which then would result in us both coming back home drunk and having more arguments. And then I realized that it was one day I think we just both had enough and we were just exhausted with him. We're like, we're only arguing because we're drinking and we're just being stupid and we're picking up on petty things. It was just stupid stuff. Like we've never argued about anything serious. No, never. Everything has always been from miscommunication or like just not communicating things with each other properly, you know? Like I'm pissed off with something, I've let it brew up and then it's blew up into something that it's absolutely not meant to be because I just let it build inside me for so long. Same with him. But now, no, my God, I think we both got to we argue all the time, but it's never anything like, it's just like regular people. Everybody argues, like it's nothing crazy at all. But no, we don't have anything like, if you're talking like big arguments, no. I think we're both getting too old for that shit now. Like we just I don't have the mental capacity to want to sit there and be angry at somebody for something that quite frankly in a week's time I won't even be thinking about. But Tom's a Taurus and I'm a Libra, so I'm chaotic as fuck and he's stubborn as fuck. So I'm always right when I'm wrong. I know that. Like I always think I'm right and I'm probably 95% of the time wrong. But I'm so gung-ho on it. And Tom's a Taurus and it doesn't matter what his opinion is, it will never change because he's so stubborn. And so we butt heads. But we've got to the point now where we're just both like, we give each other this little look. One of us will say something, the other one will say something that's controversial or like to the opposite, and then we'll both look at each other and go, not worth it. Not worth it. And then we'll just move on. I think also I took a little note out of a older couple's book. I saw a video on TikTok where they were like, what's something you wish you could tell your younger self? Like, how long you been together? 50 years. What's the secret to marriage? What's the secret to marriage? What would you tell your younger self? And they used to just be like, never go to bed angry. Like, never go to bed after an argument or like upset with one another. Like, me and Tom have had a couple of arguments in the past where like it's like 6 in the afternoon and we'll still be up at 4 in the morning talking about it. Knackered, but I point blank refuse to go to bed angry. At anybody, not just Tom, at anybody, my parents, friends, you know, somebody that might have upset me that day on social media, whatever it might be. I refuse to go to bed angry, so yeah. How long have we been together now? We've been together 6 years this Halloween. I think 5 or 6, I can never remember. It's either 5 or 6 years. 5 or 6 years this Halloween. And we've been engaged for almost a year. Almost a year now. I think some people in general are more promiscuous, nothing wrong with that. Well, that's something, let me tell you something right now. That's something that Tom had to realize with me very early on. I am a person that does not want to be touched by anybody, not even myself, especially with my anxiety and stuff. Like, I get so many triggers, so many things that like I don't like people in my personal space. I don't like loud noises. I don't like being in clubs because there's too many people, there's too much going on. It's too too many stimulants really upset me. It's just the way my neurodivergent brain works. Like I don't like excessive noise. I just can't deal with any of that. However, when I've had a drink, and not even just when I've had a drink, just my personality at all, I'm so promiscuous. Like people would think I'm trying to sleep with everybody, but I'm just trying to be nice. Like, and I think I talked about it in therapy before, and I'm pretty sure my therapist taught me that it's because it comes from wanting to be liked. Growing up gay and being in the closet and like not fully accepting who I am, I now go through my life forcing myself to try and be accepted by others, you know, because I never thought that I was accepted in the past. So like I overdo myself. I give 150 million% at work when others give 20, because I'm trying to constantly prove that I'm worth I'm worth the job, I'm worth this, I'm worth that, like I'm worth it, because I never felt worth it when I was younger. Therapy's a wonderful thing, y'all. You should do it. Chris has had a bad day today at her therapy, but I'm sure she'll look back at it in the future and be like, that was the day that something clicked, something changed, something made sense, and it hurt in the moment, but now we know why. And like, it sucks. Therapy sucks, but it's like, it helps at the same time. And so because of that, Tom used to think like, I think Tom never used to think, he never used to say it, but like I could tell Tom would always look at me and be like, why is he flirting with everybody? Like when we used to be like in the beginning of our relationship, we'd go out, like all of his friends would be like, so nice to meet you, and like I'd overdo it and give like 200% to his friends. His friends would be like, oh, like can I have a hug? And I'd be like, yeah, and then but I give him a big hug and I give him a kiss on the cheek. Like I go above and beyond, you know, even though I don't like being touched. I really don't like being touched. But it took Tom a while to realize that it's just me overcompensating for a lot of things. And just the way that I am, it's not that I'm like, I'm not a cheat, I've been cheated on. Aussie Duck and fucking Mama Duck and those that have known me for years will know my story of relationships. Like, I am not a cheat, far from it. I'm the absolute fucking opposite because of cheaters in my life. If it's what you want, it's no. For me, my partner was a huffer. He would stomp off home, not realizing that every time you stomp off, it makes me care. It makes you care less, yeah. You just gotta figure each other out, you know? It takes time, man. Relationships are work. They're not this like hunky-dory traveling the world with your supermodel girlfriend like you see on social media. Like it's just not. It's not realistic. It's really not realistic. So as soon as you get that out your head and you stop comparing yourself to other people as well. I used to always compare our relationships with other people. Every relationship I've ever had, I've compared to other people's relationships. And it was only one day that one of my friends said to me, you're comparing your gay relationship to a heterosexual one. So even just from the get-go, nothing's going to be the same. Yet you're still comparing your happiness in your relationship to how happy those people are in their relationship. And I'm like, girl, you're right. Like, why am I bothered about what they're doing? Especially when our world is so very different to like a straight couple's world. Why am I fucking comparing myself to that? It's never going to be the same. And it shouldn't be. Too much sensory, we can't handle it. Yeah, it's that sensory issue, isn't it, Kirsty? Like when there's just so many different things going on at once. It's like, oof. Need to get off now, so bye, have fun. See you later, Claire. Cool, we've tackled some hard-hitting topics today, guys. We've talked politics, we've talked relationships, we've talked pregnancies, we've talked about the word geriatric, and learned that none of us ever want to hear that word again, even though I keep saying it. What a journey it's been. What a journey. And in that time, I've spent about 3 hours, maybe 4, putting stones into a gold production factory. I knew that today was going to be a boring one. It's a production kind of day, you know? We gotta get those coins in. We gotta make that money so that we can do other things like get some more farmland, some more fields, some more tractors, all the good stuff. Oh. Right, we've had this music station on for a while now as well. Bit of Queen's Rock Palace FM. Adam Drake. Let's go. Have you seen that Beyonce is dropping a... Here's another topic of conversation for you guys. I think Beyonce is dropping a country album. I think she dropped a couple songs at the Super Bowl. She did a Super Bowl commercial that was like country based, I think. Then she dropped 2, and I think something came out either yesterday or today on social media that she's making a full-on country album. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know whether to be excited or not. Are we Beyonce fans in here or not? I haven't really listened to Beyonce like fully. I don't really put her music on. I listened to Renaissance when it came out because it was giving a gay community, and the songs are good. But I you know what I'm like. I listen to an album for like a week and I'm done. But I haven't listened to Beyonce since. Was her album called Love on Top? Was that I know that one of the songs was called that, but her album, I can't remember what it was called. I don't think I've really listened to her much since that. I don't know how I feel about Beyonce doing like a full-on country album. Does she have a country voice? I don't know. Do you need a country voice? I feel like if I'm listening to a country album, I'm expecting like Dolly Parton, you know? Dolly Parton, Blake Shelton, Billy Ray Cyrus, like I want to hear that kind of stuff. Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low. I want to hear that shit. You've heard a couple songs, they're okay but not really for you. Don't know how I feel about doing country. It's getting very mixed reviews here. I thought the Americans would go wild for it, to be honest. My throat. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some people in the UK go like feral for it. They're like, oh my god, I can't fucking wait for this. I don't know if it excites me like it should. I don't know. It's giving Taylor Swift makes loads of money calling herself a country artist. So I'm gonna do that now. When was the last time Beyonce did like an interview? When was the last time like we heard from Beyonce? You know what I mean? Like her and Adele, like you barely see them until the album's out. Then the album's out, you see them for like a month, they do all the big things, and they disappear again. When was the last time we heard anything from Beyonce? I know she did like a film for the Renaissance tour, right? But I don't think it's out on like Netflix or anything for a while. I think you had to go to the cinemas to see it. But yeah, when was the last time Beyonce did like a sit-down interview with anybody? I feel like every time I see her now, she's got all of her bodyguards like flashing flashlights at paparazzi so they can't get photos of her. She's here 1 minute, then she's gone. She never says anything either. It's like she barely ever talks. Because I'm pretty sure at the Grammys this year, Jay-Z went on the stage again and was like, Beyonce deserves this. La 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 la. And she sat in the audience like, like nodding her head, like, what the fuck? Speak up. Turns the lights down low, let's go. And since Jay-Z made such a big stink lately about her, oh, literally, sorry, I didn't even read that. Yeah, literally that. Big stink, yeah, about not winning Album of the Year. I think she's trying to change over to see if that will work. Oh, you think she's trying to change like genres to see if she can get like capitalized? But isn't Taylor Swift like full country bumpkin on the charts? No, is like all of her music classed as country? She wants to go up against Taylor Swift? Like, I'm not a big Taylor fan, but she's got fans like fucking crazy, hasn't she? So I don't know, who's got more fans, Beyonce or fucking Taylor Swift? Who won Album of the Year? Like, was it worth winning against Beyonce or was it not? Is that like why he kicked off? I'm pretty sure he was on stage with their kid as well, no? Like Blue Ivy was on stage at the same time. Like, I'd be like, Dad, shut up. Like, you're making a fool out of yourself. It's giving the Will Smith moment. Get my wife's name out your fucking mouth. That was a cultural reset, wasn't it? Fuck me when that happened. Jesus. Get my wife's name out your fucking mouth. He went hard on that. Oh, Taylor won. Oh. Well, that probably makes sense then why he said what he said, I guess. She always pips her to the punch. I will say that, like, social media-wise, what I saw more, what was, like, more, I guess, funneled towards me, even though, I mean, I don't know, maybe because I've listened to Beyonce songs and my phone knows, I don't know what it is, but I saw way more about the Renaissance tour than I have anything Taylor in the last year. You know? You'd have to ask Jay-Z. Texas Hold'em is okay. I haven't really ever been a fan. You're right, he did, but another topic is Kanye and his naked wife? Wait, what? What's that about? Tell me about that. Kanye West is just a fucking nonce. No, thank you. Honestly, I'm indifferent to her and Taylor Swift. I feel like Beyonce was my childhood because it was like she was the powerhouse at the time. Like, not that she's not now, but there's just way more talent out there now. I feel like when Beyonce blew up, she was doing something very well that other people were still trying to sort of figure themselves out on, you know? I don't know. Trailblazer, I guess you could say. But then, like, you run out of steam at some point, you know? Like, you don't see Pink trying to, like, you don't see Pink's partner up on stage at an award show like, Pink's new album deserves to be the Grammy. Oh, like, Pink's just living her life. She's like, I've made my coin. I'm gonna keep singing, doing what I like, living my life with my children, raising them the right way. Like, she's just living her life, you know? I think it's a weird thing. I'd be so fucking embarrassed. If I was an artist and Tom got up on the stage and was like, Taylor Swift doesn't deserve this album, it should be Ben. I'd be like, get your fucking ass down now. Like, oof. Embarrassing. Taylor started as country and is now not classed as a country singer anymore. She's just like a pop star now, right? Taylor won Album of the Year. What's Taylor's album called? Like, I think that says enough. I don't even know what the album's called. Renaissance was everywhere, you know? I think there are a lot of better artists in it. So do I. SZA, Doja Cat, I can name a few that like trump Beyonce in the music world nowadays in my eyes. Not for what she's done, but what they're currently bringing, you know? I think Megan Thee Stallion fucking shits all over everybody as well. I think she's incredible. There's loads. Oh yeah, I know that Kanye's pissed off Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne tweeted something, didn't she, about like Ozzy? She was like, I'm coming for you. You pissed off the wrong one, Kanye West, because he stole some music that Ozzy did for like some show or something, like 1989 or something. I read that. Carrie would never. She'd be so angry if he did. Do you know what I mean? Pink would be like, she'd bring back one of her old songs where she talks about beating the living fuck out of a partner, and she'd be like, that's what's gonna happen to you, bitch, if you get up on that stage and make a fucking fool out of me. Honestly. I would be embarrassed though. It's the way that the camera always pans to Beyonce and she's just like deadpan. Like she's a fucking AI robot. I'm like, girl. I just think for someone as big as Beyonce, she could do a hell of a lot more than what she does, except for putting out music, cashing in and then disappearing, you know? She doesn't talk on any current matters in the world. She doesn't have it's just like she doesn't have an opinion on anything. And it's like, I feel it's always to, like, has Beyonce ever had any drama? Like, has Beyonce ever been involved in any drama? Like, a lot of artists have, like, drama, like nudes leaked, or fighting with paparazzi, or doing drugs, or whatever it might be. Like, Beyonce's, like, image, I feel, is the most important thing to her. And it's like, there's so much more in the world to be worrying about than how you fucking look in the tabloids. They're gonna write what they want to write anyway. So Kanye has been taking his wife out completely naked. She wore a see-through Mac. They were all caught in Venice, in a Venice. I saw the Venice boat thing where she was like noshing him off or something. Like, what the fuck? Crazy. Having an intimate moment with his big bare ass was out and her head cough cough. Yeah, he used music that Ozzy already refused to give them. He was Jewish and he makes anti-Semitic, however you say it. Sorry. Comments, wasn't he? Yeah. Crazy. Kanye West was like not a big downfall I thought was gonna happen in my lifetime, and then he just started going all like loopy loop. But I'm sure he's got something that like he's got mental health issues, you know, like a lot of people do. I'll tell you what's going on in the celebrity world that I want to know more about, and it's that drug they're all taking. What's it called? Ozempic. Ozempic? Is that right? The weight loss one? Because like Kelly Osbourne has gone from like a lovely weight to looking skeletal like her mother. And they're both on it, aren't they? They've like talked about it and stuff. I think it's crazy. And then Christina Aguilera as well recently, like she's like lost a load of weight. Like more power to them. Do what you want, it's your body, live your life as long as you're healthy. I support it. But yeah, I think it's crazy that all of a sudden all these celebs are coming out like really skinny again. It's like we went from being super skinny and supermodels and like tiny frames and stuff like in the 2000s, and then it was let's move into having big asses, big thighs, big boobs, tiny waist. Start singing some Megan Thee Stallion song. Oh, start singing a Megan Thee Stallion song then. And then all of a sudden, we're going back to like being super skinny again now, and it's confusing to say the least. I don't get it. They truly believe they are royalty, and they really aren't, honestly. I feel like she's blown up her worth in her own mind well beyond what it is. Probably. I mean, what's Beyonce got in her bank account? Like, realistically, are we talking millions or are we talking billions at this point? Like, surely it's billions, because she seems like the kind of woman to like invest her money and make sure she's got like enough for the rest of her lifetime. She seems money driven, you know? So it wouldn't surprise me if she sees herself like that. When you've got that many zeros hanging in your bank account, like, you're only going to feel a certain way. I'm just jealous. I'm just jealous. I want it all. And honestly, it's the comments for Canister, but using the same people, I just want to be associated with him. Fair enough. Why would you want to be? I honestly think Taylor Swift is really overrated as well. So do I. But then I can't, I understand where it comes from, you know, like, I understand being a kid, looking up to somebody who's singing about heartbreaks and, like, having a bad time and whatever. Like, I think quite a lot of people look at Taylor for the lyrics and the way she writes her own music, and, like, the fact that, like, I also commend the fact that, to be fair, she's, like, she was refused to buy all of her music, her own music, the rights to her own music back, so she's like, fuck them, I'm gonna make it again. Fair enough. Do I think that deserves billions and billions of people like swooning over her, like fainting at concerts and like risking their health and spending all this money on tickets and stuff just to go see her once? Like, no. But I don't think that about any celebrity apart from Doja Cat, because I would give anything for Doja Cat. I would give anything for that queen. But I think it's a bit excessive, yeah, sometimes. But I also think that people look up to Beyonce because like her vocals have never wavered. Does that make sense? Like, she's never sung live badly. She sounds the same in the tracks as she does on her, you know, on stage. I think so. Some people look at her like that as well. Also, she's like a really successful black woman, and I think that's really incredible. But like all the other stuff, like acting like royalty, like you say, and like a bit weird. I don't know. I wish I could afford some Ozempics. I mean, honestly, I wish I could afford the opposite to Ozempic and put on some fucking weight. That'd be great for me. That'd be great. I need to put on some weight, I do. He wants to pay for some Ozempic from HappyDuck. How expensive is it? Are we talking like rich person expensive, or just like no ordinary person would be able to afford it like consistently kind of thing, unless you had a really well-paid job sort of thing? Sharon's spoken and she said about 7 stone. She has stopped but struggling to put anything on. Also, I believe they aren't aware of any side effects at the moment. Oh my goodness. She's lost 7 stone through one pill. That's what, that to me doesn't scream healthy, you know? To lose that. And she lost it in a really quick amount of time as well. Again, that's from my personal opinion. I don't know if that's true, because celebs will show you things on social media that were like made months in advance, you know, and you think that you're seeing them in real time, but realistically you're not. You're seeing 6 months worth of like campaigns and ads and things that they're doing, but really behind the scenes they're just getting paid for that at the time, and they're like doing their own thing, probably looking after themselves and doing stuff like that. Beyonce's net worth as of June last year is 450 million. So $500 million net worth. Realistically, she's probably got like what, 200 mil in the bank account plus investments and stuff like that. Jesus. I think that's so many fucking zeros. Oof. Ozempic is over £1,000 a shot. It's a shot, it's not a tablet. Oh my god. Wait, what? A shot? Fucking hell, how many do you need? Like, how many would you need to lose the weight that you want? Like, is it like you inject it and then you're done and you just wait for the weight to drop off? You look pink, and there is a lady I am following on Facebook called Pixie. Love the music, lyrics, and how honest they are. That's nice. It's an injection. The average person could not afford that. Are you crazy? I pay that much in rent. They're paying the same amount I pay in rent for one shot to make themselves skinny. What's the world come to? It's giving the Hunger Games where they go to the capital and they're like eating the food and then throwing it up because they want to make room for more and it doesn't matter how much they waste. It's giving that vibe. I believe bits. It's given monthly. Monthly. So like £1,000 a month to lose weight. That's crazy. Yes. Yeah, Miller's been on it for 2 years, I think, and has lost a little weight. Really? It's crazy, that is. It makes me sad sometimes to think, it really does, it makes me sad sometimes to think, like, as human beings, we're such fragile little creatures, yet we want to, like, put all these things in our body that was never really meant to be in our body, like, was never it was created for our body, but not from nature, kind of thing. Like, it makes me upset that we want to do all that kind of stuff, just to look a certain way or be a certain... Like, it shouldn't matter. I know for some people it really does matter quite a lot, and I understand. But for me... Girl, if I'm skinny, I'm skinny. If I'm fat, I'm fat. Or whatever you would determine as fat, I guess. If I'm overweight, obese, whatever. As long as I'm healthy, having a good life, I don't really care what the external looks like anymore. I used to as a kid. Because that's what social media does to you. But now I'm like, oh, I can't care less. I could not care less. I really couldn't. I think it's the best way to be. You think a Native American tribe pays for her? Wow. That's insane. That's so cool. Oh. Do. I just realised the time. I wonder where Tom is. Put this weed back. Weeder. Put the weeder back, I mean. Fields are done. December 1st. We're still making a lot of gold production. Need to get some more stones. Some more stones. I'm doing this wrong again. Pop this here. And then let's have a look. So the fields, they're a bit messy, but they are what they are. Cultivated. What month do we need to plant stuff in? February for cotton. Corn is April. February and April. Celebrities give off that I'm so much better than you. I watched the People's Choice thing. They literally queued for hours to be told how to pose. It's definitely not as glamorous as it's made out to be, like being a celebrity, for sure. It's definitely not as glamorous as it's made out to be. I'm sure the money's great, but like, I'm sure there's a lot that goes on that we are very unaware of. Hello, Jeffrey Epstein. Like, I'm sure there's a hell of a lot of shit that we don't know anything about that is not good, you know, and that they sort of either put up with because they have to or put up with because they want to keep their money, you know? I'm sure that's the case in some regard. I've been seeing on social media as well that, is it Dakota Fanning? What's her name? I don't know her name. The one that's...
Hi, how are you?
Oh my goodness. What was that? Pyro, hi darling. Thanks for the 50 bits. How are you? Yeah, I've seen that new Madam Web, that new Marvel film. I've seen a conspiracy going around about that fits with Birds of Prey as well. That every Marvel film they make that is based on the women of Marvel, they want it to tank so that they don't have to keep women in Marvel. I've seen that because Birds of Prey had such a good vibe to what it could have been, and then it just wasn't anywhere near as good as what we would have hoped for. In my opinion, it wasn't that good. And then you've got what's it called? You've got the new Madam Web that's coming out. Dakota Johnson. There you go. Yeah, Dakota Johnson. You've got the new Madam Web that's coming out, and she's on a press tour on her own, sort of giving half-assed answers about stuff, and she's not really, I don't know, she's not really selling it for me, you know? She doesn't really seem to be selling the film for me. That's something else I've seen recently. Bit weird. I didn't even know that Madam Web was going to be a Marvel film, if I'm going to be completely honest. But this goes back to what me and Chris were saying the other day, and that I'm kind of Apart from the lovely Marvel Strike Force that we're playing, because I really love that game. The Marvel films, I'm getting so bored of now. Like, it's just, I don't know. I really don't know. I expect more, and they're not providing more currently. I mean, did anybody watch? I think we talked about this. Maybe when we were still doing the Skyrim's playthrough. Did we talk about Secret Invasion? So the Disney Plus with Nick Fury and all of that. Like, me and Tom, I think, watched that for all of 5 minutes and was like, this is dog shit. We watched that for like 5 minutes and was like, this is fucking awful. Like, it was not enjoyable at all. Did not watch the rest of it. Like, Loki was good. I enjoyed Loki. WandaVision was a bit hit and miss as well. Like, a lot of the singular series aren't really vibing. Also, like, the Black Widow film, that could have been so much more than it was. That seemed a little bit shit as well. Like, that could have been way better. And again, that was giving, like, I think I told you what my opinion of the Black Widow film when it first came out was that it was way more of a comedy than it was a Marvel film. Like, you look at the quality of, like, the actual Avengers movies compared to all the other Marvel films, and you look at how much money they put into, like, Spider-Man. Like, ask yourself the question. Do they care? Do they still care? I don't know. Your daughter loved Loki. Loki had a good story, though, like, and it linked to quite a lot of other things that were happening in the Marvel Universe at the time, like, with the whole time skipping and all of that sort of stuff. I didn't like Mrs. Marvel, Brie Larson, not the Miss Marvel film or whatever, Captain Marvel film, the We're the Marvels or whatever it's called, with the younger girl who has like the bracelets and she's Miss Marvel, and then like the Miss Marvel's flight friend or whatever's daughter, who then became, what did she become? I don't know, some like, she can use energy powers or something. I don't know, it was crap. That film was awful. I didn't like that either. You're okay, I've been dealing with Girl Scout cookies, bless you. My daughter loved Loki, or whatever the one. Hi. He's back. The issue with the Marvel stuff is you have to watch them to somehow get what's going on, as if they're in the sequel on their own show. I get that it's the same universe. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right, Sloth. Yeah, you are. You need to, in fact, that's a really good way of saying it. With the Marvel franchise, unless you watch every single part of the Marvel franchise, half of it doesn't make sense. And like, I don't have time to be watching every fucking spin-off show, every extra film, like, just keep a mainline film and do a couple spin-offs or do a couple bits of extra or whatever it might be. Like, it doesn't need to be this excessive amount. It's just too many things. But I do love all the characters and their powers and stuff, I will say that, because like playing them all in Strike Force is really exciting. They just pump out average movies under the catchy name. Yeah, of course. It's the way to make money, isn't it? Alright, let's speed through this day. Make sure we get some more gold production going. Why have we not got any methane? Activate. Do 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 do. You feel like Disney's taken the Marvel stuff and just half done it all, just to put loads of it out and take advantage of the popularity? Probably, yeah. Whilst obviously, like after the part 1, part 2, like Thanos thing, yeah, they're now like just shoveling shit out to get it all out before the hype goes away, possibly. You're not wrong. Well, Sharon, you say stop when it doesn't make sense, but the thing is, in the comics, so the films have now caught up to the comics where Spider-Man now becomes, Tom's told me, Spider-Man now becomes the Tony Stark. So Spider-Man is now supposed to become the leader of the Avengers and create his own team for all of these interdimensional things that are happening, that happens in the comics, that follows on from the original Avengers. The only downside with that is we've already watched a million fucking things to do with it. We've already watched a million fucking Avengers films, so like basically restarting it from the beginning, which is what it is, just with a different team and different, you know, different enemies and stuff. I've seen it all before. Like, what are you going to be able to do differently that excites me still? Because I don't think it's going to be a lot. I don't think it's going to be much, you know? Activate. God, this is making these really quick. For you. You're chilling. Alright, speed through this day. Marvel reminds like Star Wars, you have to watch it all so you can understand them. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Right, how much is all of our gold and stuff worth now? Let's have a look. Oh! We have 1.1 mil in storage here now. This is good. This is really good. It's been a long day of doing the same shit all day, but it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. Let's fill this up again. Yes, 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 yes. Continuously make this for me. Anything in the shop? No. I will also say though, guys, like I've said it before, and I'm gonna keep saying it. The film industry at the minute is just dry. Like there's nothing going on. I can't find anything. I've looked on Netflix. I've looked on Amazon Prime. I've looked fucking everywhere. I can't find any good films at the moment. I find myself rewatching a lot of old classics because it just doesn't feel like there's anything out there that's worth watching right now. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, if you've watched something recently that's like blown your fucking mind, let me know, because I would love to watch it, but recently, I've not found anything. See you later, Sharon! Yeah, I've not found anything recently that's like, made me go, oh my god, why have I never seen this before? Even with series, properly struggling to find something I am, tell ya. Right, we done? We done, are we done, are we done? We are, okay. Let's leave you over here. Let's get this gold, shall we? Right, how much have we made though? Let's have a look. We've got 885,000 worth in gold right now. 9387. What's the fluctuation for gold? 93. It's probably worth selling the gold right now, to be honest, to get the money for it. Where do we want to be selling it at though? That's the question. Selling point production. Yes, sir. Jesus. Watch 24 Hours in Police Custody about the pub incident. Okay. I might be a bit bored by it, to be honest, but alright. Alright. Alright, Sharon, I'll watch it. Just for you. If anybody's got any film recommendations, honestly, please hit me with them. I don't even care what it is. I don't care what it's about. I don't care what genre it is. Anything that's going to be exciting to watch. So tired of watching the same boring shit all the time. It's killing me. Right, let's get this gold. Ooh! See you later, darling. Is that all of it? I want all of this to go in one go so we can see how gorgeous it looks when we get all of this gold sold in one nice fail swoop of like almost £1 million. Oh. I don't care about stacking it as long as it stays on. Stay on. Just stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Ooh, time for some Skyrim. What are you going to do today? I wonder, what are you going to do today? Where did you leave it last time, Mama? What's happened since the last time in your Skyrim playthrough? Since we've seen you? Anything exciting? I can't do this all in one go. It'll take me fucking ages to do this. Okay, let's go. Let's get this and we'll come back for the rest. I should have just stayed with it nicely stacked. Look at all this gold we have made. Ooh! Girl. This is money. Absolute money. Ah! This gold weighs a fucking ton. Go. Go. Thank you. You don't get your ass. Yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do some fishing, you're gonna do some questing, you're gonna do some dragon slaying. What are you feeling? There's so much available to you in the world of Skyrim. I have to see. I remember I got the Elder Scroll and use it at the top of the mountain. So if I remember correct, I have to capture the dragon. Capture the dragon, and then you also need to kill Parthenax if you choose to do so, I believe. Look at all this fucking money we are making. Oh, look at it. Let's go. 500,000 in one swoop. Oof. Yes, please. Yes, please. Let's go get the rest. I think I will finish the main quest, and then if the baby's still asleep, You're not gonna kill Parthenax? Yes! Don't kill Parthenax. He's a cute little dragon. Cute little dragon boy. He helps us all along the way in that quest. And then everyone's like, you gotta kill him. I'm not killing him. Delphine can suck my balls. I am not doing it. Oh. Any more gold? Alright, any more gold in here? No, any more gold in here? Is that all of it? That might be all of it. Yeah. Let's go sell this. We're gonna have so much fucking money after this. And then there's gonna be no stress. No stress. So close to getting the big biogas plant. That's really what I wanted to do today, was just get enough money to get close to there to get what we need. Hey Waldo. God, taking these corners, you have to be so slow. This gold weighs a ton. An absolute ton. Oof. Diddly 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 doo. God, I can't even slow down with this. Oh, look at all that money! Woo! Almost 937,000. Insane. Probably the most we've had in a very long time. Maybe the most ever. We broke the 1 million mark, haven't we? But only just, I think, in actual cash. Yeah. Hello, Miss Mega Unicorn. Golden as usual, I see. Lovely and golden. Hopefully I've got nothing in my teeth. Lovely and golden. You know me. Alright, let's see what else we can sell today. You're back? Welcome back, Chris. Welcome back. Welcome back, my darling. How was your dinner? How was your food? Ooh. Go. Do 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 do. Do. Right, what we got in here that we can sell? Let's have a look. 57,000, 59,000, 7,559. Is that really high or low for clothes? 7,559. 7. Ooh! Shit. Absolute shit. Horse shit. No, thank you. Bread. 1,825. Where do be the bread? 1,800? Oh my god, get the bread out. Get the bread out! Yes, please. go. Got a visit from my sister-in-law and the kids as well, so it's been a lot. I'm so tired now. Oh my god, bless you, darling. I can imagine. Surprise visits are not the one, man. They are not the one. You are preaching to the choir. You love them, but why does everybody have to come today? So fucking real, that is. Like, why all at once? It's always all at once. For those of us that can't handle having like loads of family members here, or like, well, loads of people around the houses and stuff, all at once, it's always us that have people come around all the time. It's never people that can handle it. It's like, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a bit exhausted. All right, well, we're gonna come around today as well. Tom's mum's the worst for it. She'll like, I love her to bits, don't get me wrong, but she's the worst for it. She'll come round, well, she'll say she's coming, like, to see us, right? And I'm like, okay, no worries. What day? She'll give us the day. I'm like, okay. And then it'll be, we'll come about midday, we'll come, you know, early afternoon, whatever. And then she'll turn up at 9 in the morning, and I'm like, bitch, I'm sleeping. And then it'll be, come on, get out of bed, we're here now. And I'm like, bitch, no! Like, I'm tired. I am not getting up. I do, though. And then we just argue for about half an hour, and then we're fine. I get on with Tom's mum really well, to be fair. I do love Claire. She's incredible. Tom's mum, Tom's auntie, Louise, icon. Tom's nans, they're both lovely. And Tom's dad. Me and Tom's dad have a strange relationship. We have a relationship where it's like, he takes the piss out of me, I take the piss out of him, until we're about to throw hands, and then we stop. Because I know who will win in that matter, and it will be him. I'll give a good fucking fight, but he's a big bloke. So, I ain't ready to lose my head just yet, you know? You hate surprise visits, my parents aren't even allowed. No, same. Do you know what I do, Chris, though? Like, if somebody surprise visits me, like, it very rarely happens now because people know not to, but if they try, I just don't answer the door. Just don't answer the door. I'm like, no, I'm not in. And if I am, you didn't ask. This is my, it's your space. It's your space, you know, like, it's not being rude, like, it's your space. You want to be able to live freely in your space without anybody being like, in your face all the time. Just turning up when you're not ready. 72,000 with canola oil. 1824. 18. Oh, we'll get that as well. Canola oil's worth selling right now. Canola oil. Okay, that's ready. Why does it do this? Why is it stacking it like that? Is that all of it? Surprised? And today's the day where I'm just balancing on the edge and never know when I'll stop crying. So today's not the day. Oh my god, Chris, stop. I just want to give you the biggest hug ever. But I feel you so much. I know exactly how you feel. I really do. Bless your heart. Because you have to, it's what they don't understand is when you're feeling like that, when you're like dealing with mental health and stuff, like, it's not that you don't want to see them, it's like, I want to see you at my best. I want to be able to enjoy your company. Like, I want to be able to give you a big hug and tell you that, like, I'm doing good today and that, like, everything's fine and we're really happy to see you. But it's like, sometimes you just can't do that, you know? Sometimes you can't do that. And it sucks. And then they turn up on those bad days and you're like, fuck, today's not the day for this. Have we run out of canola oil now? We have, bollocks. Exactly, you know what I mean? Just like, not today, please. Any other day, not today. Do 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 do. I got the beat back in my heart. Do 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 do. Alright, let's sell the canola, because this is worth selling right now. All I'm doing right now is just prepping myself to have a lot of money for tomorrow's antics, because tomorrow's antics are going to be buying a biogas plant and seeing if it's actually worth it again, and if it isn't, we're going to sell it. Look at all that money! Yeah! You said that other day you couldn't imagine me with long. Very true. Very true. Do. Time are we on? Oh, you found a pic of you before you cut your hair off? Mama Duck, I don't think I'm mentally prepared to see that today. I need a better mental health day before you show me that. I don't think I'm prepared to see my Mama Duck, who I've known for like 11 years with short hair, to have long hair. I don't know how I feel about that. What else have I got here? Clothes? No, I said. Eggs? Eggs 1262? What's eggs? 1, 2, yeah, the eggs are worth selling as well, actually. Everything's kind of worth selling right now. Nice. It's billing you at a work party? Stop it. I kind of want to see it now. Send it in the Discord and I'll have a look off stream. I'm actually interested. That's all the eggs, alright? Apparently that's all the eggs. And then I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm just going to grab all the production that's left out that we haven't got yet, and I'm going to grab that and just sell it all at the same time. You look so young. Oh my goodness. How long was your hair at its longest, Mama Duck? What's everybody's longest hair been? Have you had like, has anybody here had like stupidly long hair before? Like down to their ass and longer? I know Aussie Duck has had super long hair. What's the longest you've had your hair? What's the shortest you've had your hair? Longest I've had mine is like a really long mullet, I guess you could say. And the shortest I've had mine is completely bald. I've been like skinned alive bald before. Looking like a naked ass mole rat with my oddly shaped head. Not the vibe. Not the vibe. Oops, just used a shout in town, lol. I played Call of Duty last with your son. Forgot the controls. I love that. You're using Call of Duty controls in Skyrim. Good luck! I know we've got a lot of planks as well that we need to get rid of. Get rid of all of that. Put this on properly, please. Any more for any more? Yep, another 20,000 liters. That's insane. Let me sell this first. About mid-back? No way. Mid-back, Mama Duck. I've not seen your hair go past your ears. Like the top of your ears. since I've known you. To your bums at the shortest is a very short bob. It was to your ears. Oh my gosh. Y'all have experimented. I love it. Didn't expect that from you guys. We've almost got enough money to buy this. In the general Discord chat, I'll have a look after stream. I'm excited. What a treat. What a treat. If this sends me down a spiral though, it's your fault. Do. Come on. Come on, eggs. There we go. 60,000, 64,000. Not bad. Well, we started today with like £20,000 in our back pocket, if that, and now we are balling, so absolutely balling. How many more is in here? Oh, that's it. All right. Right, what we got clothes-wise, bread-wise? I'm sure there's more. I mean, it just looks like me with long hair and younger. I know, but I'm not used to seeing you with anything but like a pixie cut and a little bit longer than a pixie cut. So you saying it just looks like me, to me, it's not gonna look just like you. It's not gonna look like the Mama Duck I've known for like 10, 11 years, all right? It's gonna look like young Mama Duck with long hair who Ben's not ready for. You know? Oh, I've had my hair all the way down to the back of my butt, and now I try to keep it around my shoulders. Easy to put up and easy to try to fix up pretty. Try being the keywords. Bless you. I feel that though. Too long is just too much, isn't it, sometimes? But like too short also. I really do need to figure out a way of making mine stylish whilst I let it grow out, because I can't keep it like this. It's doing my head in. Alright, another 40 grand. We're like 5 grand away from being able to afford the... what's it called? The biogas plant, I think. 1180, yeah, 5 grand. 5 grand away from being able to get this huge ass thing that we're gonna put over here. I just don't know how this is gonna work compared to the last one. This was 99 kilowatts. This is 500, so this is gonna be 5 times what this was. Is that even gonna be worth it? Like, should I even spend the mil on this? Should I even spend the million on this? I feel like I'm never gonna get another chance to do so. You know? So many things you can do here. Crazy. I think we will. I think we will. Right, my loves, I'm gonna love you and leave you there today. It's been a pretty slow one, a pretty simple one, a pretty easy one. Apart from the fact that the stream's decided to cancel itself out like 55,000 times because it hates me, but what can I do about that, you know? I've tried to be nice to her, she doesn't want to be nice to me. But I will look at the Wi-Fi booster tonight and see if I can fix some things again. But yeah, it's been a simple one today. Today was only ever going to be me coming on the farm to do some gold production and make some money because we literally had nothing in bulk storage, nothing at all. So we spent all today doing basically just that. We've fixed all the fields up. We're ready to now... We're in December 2nd. We're ready to... Let me pause this quickly. We're in December 2nd. We're ready to do January. More production, more money. Buy the biogas plant. Fill it, see if it makes a difference. If it doesn't make a difference, we're going to sell it. Then we're going to do the resowing of the cotton fields and the... What's it called? Cornfield. And then we'll be back into the production months again. So that's where we're at. But yes, love you all. We'll see you all tomorrow. I think Hoppy says she's working tomorrow, so I might do like a half and half farming, half pallier. We'll see how we go. I might do a farming on Twitch and a pallier on TikTok. We'll see. But I will keep you updated in Discord as always. Yes, keep me updated with your Skyrim in Discord. Everybody keep me updated with everything. I will be seeing you in the Discord shortly, I'm sure, anyway. But love you lots. Thank you for the support today, as always. Thank you, Sharon, for the Prime sub as well. I appreciate it. And I will see you all soon. Bye.